Yo.
Hello, MCC community. We are here for a national playoff stream for Hearthstone. I'm going to be one of your hosts tonight. I am Coach Roadblock, and with me I've got
the infamous JV Band JV coming back to you here. First time ever casting Hearthstone or card game related anythings.
That's all right.
I'm very excited to watch our premiere series, Tanner Reiner, go up against
I'm here to guide you through it, right? You know, I'm not a card game aficionado myself, but I know the basics of Hearthstone, and the two of us can carry any cast. So
Exactly.
we're gonna make this thing work here. We are in, and I misspoke, this is the regional playoffs for the National Junior College Athletic Association of Esports. And we are watching our very own Tanner Reiner, the Dr. Aftertaste, our team manager, our GOAT. We all love Tanner. Tanner's getting ready to play. He's got a game right here at 7 o'clock. And who is he playing?
Yeah, tonight we have Tanner going up against his regional foe, Crowy from Hearthstone Community College.
Heartland,
excuse me. I don't know.
Well, playing Hearthstone.
Yeah. Did I just say Hearthstone Community College?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if there was a Hearthstone Community College? This guy'd be cooked.
I apologize for everybody watching. Oh, it's been a long night. A lot of games being played, but awesome. Yeah, from Heartland Community College.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen Heartland in a lot of games. We've seen him in Smash. We've seen him in Mario Kart. We've seen him in a lot of different titles out there out of the heart of Illinois. Great program, great school. Kind of a rivalry between our two programs. First time that we're seeing it on stream in Hearthstone, though. Just a little bit of context. Tanner did play Crowy in regular season, beat him 3-1 there. And right now, these two are chatting. We can see it on our screen. They're going through their deck list, right? So the way that Hearthstone works is you have to submit a list of the decks of cards that you would like to use, and then players do a pick and a ban set for their decks, right? So you basically can protect one of your own decks that they can't take away from you, and then you get to ban one deck of your opponents that you don't want to play into, right? The other thing we'll see from that is once you win with a deck, you retire it. So if Tanner goes out and wins with, I don't know, a Paladin deck or something like that, he can't use it. Now, if he plays it and he loses, it's on the table. He can do it again.
Once you win with a deck, no longer allowed to use said deck.
Can you imagine if Smash worked that way? You go out there and win on K-Rool and you have to play somebody else?
Yeah, that would be the worst thing to ever exist. I would not be 7-0 in our regular season. I would be probably 0-7.
Hey, 7-0. Speaking of that, why don't we do a quick little recap here? So before they play, why don't we flip over to our graphic here? But before we talk about that, we just had the last matches for Smash Division 2's regular season. And you, my friend, went 7-0 in your group. And I believe Mr. Isak Rangel also went 7-0 in his group, taking out Astro from Heinz earlier tonight.
Yeah, we saw Isak here on the stream a little bit earlier tonight. Going up against Astro again from Heinz Community College. Very nice match. Went to 6 games, I believe.
It was 6. He won 4-2.
Very competitive there. Yeah, so, I mean, my division, 7-0. Very proud. We got a lot more Smash to go. Regular season's all good and all fun, but once the playoffs start, speaking of playing start, you can look here.
Speaking of playoffs, right? So you can see the graphic on the screen. Our Division 1 playoffs start this week with this opening match in Hearthstone here at 7 o'clock. And then we will also have the following game at 9 o'clock. So the way that Hearthstone specifically works is it is a single elim, and it is only a 4-person bracket, but there is a third-place match. So Tanner is guaranteed 2 games. He will either be going to the grand finals, where he will be playing one of 2 Salt Lake Community College players who are playing against each other right now, or he will be playing in the third-place match against the other player. If you look at the schedule here, Division 1 Mario Kart also going on this week. That is going to be Thursday at 6 o'clock. And actually, it's 6:45 because I neglected to put on my graphic here. Ryan and Roby, the number 1 seeds, have a bye their first round. Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're the number 1 seed in your division, in your region, right, usually looking at a bye. And is Tanner playing for a regional into a super regional? Is
so
that
this
correct?
Is the super regional.
Oh,
and then,
wow. Very exciting.
He has to place top 2, so he has to make it to the grand finals match tonight. And whether he wins or loses that grand finals match, he will be competing next week in the national tournament. So what we are really hoping for on stream tonight is that Tanner wins this first match, which he absolutely should be able to do here. Again, he beat Crowy 3-1 in regular season, and that will punch his ticket to the national tournament that starts next week. So you guys can catch all of that action this week. You know, obviously you're here with us right now. Thursday evening, you'll be able to watch both of these Mario Kart players on either our YouTube or our Twitch channel, wherever you happen to be at right now. Also, just want to quickly shout out that on our Twitch channel, we do have emotes that you can now use. So we've got like 6 or 7 custom emotes I made earlier this season. So we finally have subscriber emotes, your GGs. There's one for me. There's one for Andrew. There's some other cool ones that are in there for you guys. You get access to those by subscribing to our Twitch channel. You can do that for $5 a month or with your free Twitch Prime sub. Half the money from your subscription goes directly into the esports program, looking at scholarship opportunities for future Tigers, which is fantastic. As we get ready for this game to go, they are still doing their deck bans here. We also want to thank our wonderful sponsors that we have. You can see across the bottom of the screen. So left to right there, we have the Marshalltown Company. We have Hellberg's Jewelers down on Main Street. We have the Marshalltown Chamber of Commerce, and we have Mechdyne, who provided the wonderful streaming setup that you and I are taking advantage of right now.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to all of our lovely sponsors. And usually I always say, right, gotta go find Nathan Rodemeyer, Andrew Goforth. But one of them's right here. Isn't that crazy? But of course, also financial representative here at the school. Again, if you are looking to sponsor. And speaking of giving money, right? Sometimes you don't always want to sponsor, right? You're thinking, man, I would love to totally give out, give some money to the program, but maybe sponsoring just not for me. Well, if you have Amazon Prime,
Yep.
Nate, have you ever ordered something online?
I sure have, Micah.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I do.
Especially for Thursday Night Football, shout out.
Yeah, I absolutely will use my Amazon Prime subscription for Thursday Night Football.
Exactly. But if you use your Amazon Prime, there's actually another purpose. And I heard it's free, as in it costs nothing. Absolutely nothing, Nate.
Do tell.
So, if you have your Amazon Prime and you link it to your Twitch Prime, which is crazy concept, both named Prime. I don't know who made that, but very smart tactic.
Brilliant marketing decision there.
Exactly. You get a free Twitch subscription every month. That's right. Every month you get a free subscription, which is crazy, which also helps you gain access to all of our wonderful emotes as well.
Absolutely it does here. And, I shouted out a couple of these, but I'm just going to go ahead and pull up our list so we can see it. We also have the chat here. Another thing that I will say, for a brief bit of context, I wanted to say this. Hearthstone is one of those games where the stream delay is incredibly important.
Oh, exactly, yes.
We will be watching not through the spectator client in Hearthstone, but we are basically pulling the feed from Tanner's computer directly. So our stream tonight is on a whopping 10-minute delay because we want there to be zero opportunity for an opponent to pull open the Twitch or YouTube stream here for our Tigers and see Tanner's hand, because that is death in a card game, right?
Yes.
Especially with some of the decks that we see commonly run in Hearthstone. There may be a card that you're waiting for turn 8, turn 10, turn 12, and if they know you have it on turn 2 and can plan against it, that's not good for competition. And so we have that huge delay here, so you will be able to see Tanner's hand, but do not worry, that is 10 minutes in the past, and so there will be no opportunities for people to take advantage of that.
Yeah, we have a free DeLorean here at the college. That's how we're able to do this.
It's true. It's true.
No, but I am, again, just excited to get this Hearthstone game underway. Should be starting soon. Again, just still reviewing those decks. Got to choose what cards you can and cannot play against. And look, our Premier Series, right? Top of the echelon. I mean, we're talking the best players for every game title. I participated in it last semester in Madden. Had a lot of fun doing so. Regional runner-up. Hoping that Tanner can boost even past myself in order to get his regional championship, play in the national tournament. I participated in the national tournament, but I want to see some more MCC players.
I do too. You know, I always love it when we have players that are at the caliber where they can go compete at that Division I level. And so seeing Tanner make it here is phenomenal. He's had a pretty good track record for Hearthstone. He's finished second in the nation in Division III. He did participate in Division I last fall as well, and now he is here in the regional playoffs here for Division I. Again, very high confidence this man is going to be playing in that national tournament next week, so definitely make sure that you guys are tuning in for that. Next week and the week after are going to be crazy, lots of matches. You know, you guys are used to us being live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night.
Of course.
We might be having some Saturday nights in there, and we're going to have some later night streams too, right? Tonight, we'll be here at 9 o'clock as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're in here for the long haul. Wouldn't have it any other way for your Premier Series. But yes, we will be streaming all sorts of games here for the rest of this week. You might finally get tired of the infamous JV band, JV voice. Hopefully not. But yes, we will be here quite a bit. Everybody getting streamed. We're going to have a lot of fun here this week.
I don't know if anybody could get tired of those dulcet tones, but we are excited to be here. You know, one of the things that I think of as the coach is, you know, these are three when you count Premier Series, 3 really long weeks for us, but also for our players, especially who are going through this. But, you know, if I have to stay here a couple late nights, a couple times a week extra because we are playing in regional or national playoffs, I think that's okay. So,
Oh yeah.
you
For
know,
sure.
and just a refresher here for those of you guys that maybe are watching for the first time here to support Tanner Reiner here. You know, we've got a pretty good track record. We won 3 more championships in the fall, and I think it was 6 runners up in the fall. And that was a huge pickup. You know, we got a total of 7 championships now, 16 runners up, 3 in Overwatch, 3 in Mario Kart, 1 in Siege, and man, the runner-ups, throw a dart and you'll find a game that we've taken second place in.
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, lots of great finishes in the postseason MCC. One of the blue bloods here for the NJCAAE, as we've only been around a couple of years, but I like to think that we're pretty decently competitive, as I like to think.
I would like to think that here as well. You know, we have a huge pride in this program, a great culture.
Oh yeah, we're even wearing jerseys on stream.
That's
Isn't
right.
That, well,
right.
you're not
Got
wearing a
well,
jersey.
yeah, but I got my tiger right there. I do
That's
it
for sure.
backwards. Yep. Yep. Of course, we got to represent if we're going to be on camera, show up, show out. You know, we always do that day in and day out. You got those big signs in the arena talking about the culture and what we're trying to present. You know, I think without putting you on the spot too much, you did a great job hyping the Smash team up tonight, talking about some of those very core principles that we really push here at Marshalltown Community College. So if that is something that you would like to support, it is a great endeavor for the young men and women that are a part of this program. Again, you can reach out to me and we can get something going, or just throw your love in the chat. We just like that you guys are here and you're supporting our players here. And I can't think of a better guy to support tonight than Mr. Tanner.
Oh no, I mean, you want to talk about nicest dude I've ever met. You want to talk about the fan favorite. You want to talk about the guy that everybody loves, and that is indeed Mr. Ryder here playing, and he's playing Hearthstone, right? Not gonna lie, we do not have very many Hearthstone players here at MCC, which is why everyone likes it so much.
And there's a reason I'm on the cast right now, right? Not only is it because it's a playoff game and I like to be here when I can, but it's because we needed 2 bodies that could actually do something. Now, you know, you've admitted, and this is fine, that you're not really the Hearthstone guy, but you are the energy guy, right? So
Exactly.
I'm going to bring you like that very base level commentary for Hearthstone. So any of you who are watching at home, if you're like, dude, I don't know Hearthstone, I'm just here for Tanner. That's okay, I got you.
Yeah,
okay?
well, I agree with you, viewers that are here just for Tanner.
Yeah, so we will not be explaining anything that goes way over the top here, keeping things at that cursory level for us here. And we should be starting off here relatively soon. We do see that both players in the chat have talked about the decks that they are protecting. And so we can see that as well. And now they're going through their ban phase. And so it looks like Tanner and Crovey are both electing to protect their Paladin decks, right?
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know if that means the same deck, right? So that the way that Hearthstone works is that you pick different character classes, just like you would in like a Dungeons and Dragons. These classes come from World of Warcraft, so you got Warrior and Priest and Death Knight and all these different classes that come from the Warcraft franchise. And then within that character class, you can build a variety of different types of decks. So it's not like Tanner and Crovey's Paladins are necessarily the same exact set of cards. They could be different.
Same genre.
Yeah, right.
Kind of
And each character class has access to its own subset of cards they can make their deck out of. So you will see some like, oh, this is a Paladin-specific card, but they may still have 2 different decks.
No, I feel you. That makes sense to me.
And then Tanner's ban is he is banning Crovey's Warrior. So
oh wow, not really feeling the Warrior today.
No.
Steph Curry getting snubbed here early.
Yeah, Warrior historically a pretty strong deck. Obviously, the meta in a card game like Hearthstone over the decade or so it's been out, you know, it ebbs and flows, it changes all the time. You know, we've had playoff games before where the Warrior meta is very strong. Andrew was saying that it's not quite as strong right now, but still, if that's the best deck that you have or the one that you are the most confident in, it makes sense to try to take that off the board. I also do have to wonder if some of these bans and protects are coming from the history that these two have from seeing each other earlier on in the season. I don't know. Again, with the patch that just came out yesterday, there's been a lot of mix-up, and so we may be seeing a completely fresh game here. And it looks like Crovey punching right back saying, hey, Tanner, you don't get to play Death Knight.
Yeah, I've heard of the Death Knight before. Tanner, I don't really know how exactly good it is in the meta, but you know, I've heard that he's at least played it before. But it seems like Crovey noticing that he doesn't want to play against it tonight, not doing so. And I get it, right? You know, when I play Smash, not necessarily I do not pick the most meta character. So usually, as long as you're comfortable running something, honestly, at this level of play, that is exactly what you should be doing.
Yep, absolutely. Even if the strategies say, hey, this is the best deck in the game and it has the objectively highest win percentage, if you don't play that deck or you don't have that deck,
if you just don't, you just don't, right?
Absolutely. So they should be getting going here in just a second. We'll hold off on showing the screen for just a minute because they're going to add each other's friends, get in a lobby, but we will flip over to that as soon as they are ready. Should be any second now. Also, so you guys know the format here, I don't think we've said this yet. This is a best of 5 series.
Yeah, that is correct. Here, all 5 here
all
for
5
your fans.
Digits. So Tanner has to win 3 games in order to advance to the regional championship match at 9 o'clock tonight. Both players in chat saying, "Are you ready to duel?" Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Look, that is one game that I do play. I do indeed like Yu-Gi-Oh. So don't worry, I will not start calling things Blue Eyes White Dragon for the people watching at home. I'm not gonna all of a sudden summon a Dark Magician. I won't do any of that stuff. But yeah, they asked if they're ready to duel. Kind of wish we had some dual discs here in the lab for Tanner to use. That'd be pretty sick. I'm not even gonna lie.
Pan over to him in the arena and just see it up on his arm.
Yeah, he's not even playing on his computer. He's playing on his dual disc. That'd be awesome and swell.
We're out here playing chess. He's out there playing 4D checkers, man.
I'm very excited. I've only watched Tanner play. I've never actually gone in depth to it. I know one card in Hearthstone. He is not. I don't think he's very good. His name is Popgar, and he's like a little slimed guy. That's all I know.
That's all you need to know, my friend.
I don't know if we're going
to see him today, but if we do, we'll pop off.
If someone wants to put some Popgars in the chat for me, I would love it. That is the only card I know. I assume it's pretty cool. I don't know anything about him. But.
Oh, and you know what? We were busy yapping, and they're getting ready to start playing. So
here it is. This is exciting and riveting gameplay. Ooh,
and so what we're seeing here is Tanner's opening hand. So when you draw your hand, it shows you your 4 opening cards, and you can keep or replace any of those cards. And so Tanner is thinking about this here. It looks like he is hovering over 2 of those right cards, thinking about replacing those, right? One of the things that's really important is that at the beginning of the game, you only have 1 mana. And so if you start off the game with some high-cost cards, you're not going to be able to use them. And so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to keep a lot of those high-value cards. We do see that he has a 7-cost card down there. And let me see if I can give us a little bit of a better view here.
Yeah, just watching Tanner here. Seems he's got the coin, so that means he's going second. So we are going to watch Crovy look at their first turn. I don't really know what we're going to see here. Very excited to see what we have. And a couple of asteroids here early. Maybe some space-themed decks or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Oh, we got every
so
space thing.
What we see is it looks like Tanner down here on the bottom is rocking a Hunter deck. And then it looks like on the top half here, Crovy is running a Paladin deck. So that might have been the Paladin deck.
That was the one that he decided to protect.
So Tanner does not open with his Paladin deck. Maybe he anticipated Paladin and said, nah.
Yeah,
we're going to play this Hunter here instead.
Oh, we got a couple of cards out. Sorry, every time I see a card face down, I'm trying to say it's a spell card.
Yeah.
That is not how this works, ladies and gentlemen.
There are spell cards in the game, but they're not all spell cards.
This is going to be confusing.
Yep. You also see Tanner electing to keep his coin, so you don't have to burn that, the hand that you get it. You can keep that until you want it. We see a spell effect playing here.
Oh, yeah, there's the spells you're talking about, Nate. Seems he's choosing one of 3, perhaps?
1 of 3.
Oh, and he's going straight at it.
Yep, he's going straight for Tanner's life points. Tanner takes 2 damage there. So with most cards, when you play them on the field, they are asleep during their first turn.
Yes, unless they have like a haste
rush
or something.
Yep, haste. I can't remember what it is in Hearthstone, but it's a haste mechanic.
I know how to play
that. That boar got to go right away.
Oh, wow, and it's got 4 attack. That's honestly pretty good there to start turn 2, already hitting him for 4 damage.
Yeah, and the other thing you'll see is you'll notice that left card that Tanner has a shield around it. That means it has what is called taunt, which means that the Crovy's cards have to attack that shield card until that shield card is gone. Now, the spell effect there is different. The spell effect went right for the boar and for the life points there, but they have to attack this card and get it off the board.
Yeah, well, I think the asteroid there said it just did stuff at random. Ended up hitting Tanner once, and now a couple of things here going. Is that do you call it the graveyard or like a discard pile?
Yeah, you call it the graveyard.
Oh, wow. Yep. See, maybe it is just like Yu-Gi-Oh!
All right, so Tanner's thinking about what he wants to do here. You're seeing some cards here that maybe don't look like they're from Warcraft. It's because they're from StarCraft. There's been a crossover event.
Ooh,
so
pretty cool.
Yeah, we're seeing some cool stuff there. Tanner isn't currently sitting with an open board here, 24 HP. That's fine. The other guy only has 2 attack, 3 health minion on the field. And so let's see what he elects to play here.
Oh, playing an egg. It doesn't have any attack or have any points on it. But I'm sure anything that doesn't have any attacking points got a lot of effects on it. That's just usually how it goes. Can't really read it from here. Got a couple of skulls and crossbows on the bottom there. Kind of looking. We're gonna wait for Crovy. It seems that they're gonna opt to maybe summon something. Again, just waiting here, seeing what we can find out. And usually in card games like these, you gotta think. You gotta be able to read.
Yeah, and I was going to say that before we got started. We didn't have an opportunity to do it. We are used to a lot of esports games where it's go, 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 go.
Yeah,
you play Smash. That's
this
that way.
is the opposite. This is outside of my pay grade.
Yeah, this is a thinking man's game, right? Like this is one where I think it's up to 60 seconds to make your turn.
Oh wow!
And so you really have a lot of time to think about what you're doing, and also keep in mind that you're setting up card opportunities that may not come into effect for 2 or 3 turns, right? So he's building up cards in his hand. He wants to do some cool stuff with.
Oh, the egg like hatched or something.
Yeah, it hatched a minion there.
Pretty cool stuff. Anglerfish is going down.
This like burning rope here, that's showing that your time is about to end for your turn. So
what? Sorry, I just got really excited. There's a horse in a suit. Maybe unrelated. I'm not sure yet. Tanner placing a lot of minions there down on the field. We got 7 whole things on the field instantly here. Not a lot of health.
And this is what we're talking about with that aggro deck, right? Like if you look at it, the opponent's board is completely open right now, and he's got 7 minions on the board, including 4 3/3 attack dogs.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, he's running something out here.
Ooh, that's what we call taking control of the board. Okay, that was a board wipe
damage
card.
to everything. AOE.
It did. In fact, had he had any of his own minions on the board, it would have attacked his own minions as well.
Oh, but no, yeah. I mean, if you look at that play there from Crovey, right, doesn't have any minions. Doesn't really affect him. Easily able to just destroy many of Tanner's minions. Already got 3 of them down. I'm not quite sure what that thing on the left is. It doesn't seem to have any attacking points. But remember, the last time it had a skull like that, when it died, it summoned something. So
yeah, so it's called a death rattle, right? So it means that when that card gets taken off the board and sent to the graveyard, it does something.
I got you.
Now, the only unfortunate thing, like if we were actually using the spectator client, we could hover over the cards and show the audience what they do. We only get to see the cards if Tanner shows us what they do. So we're at the mercy of that, which is where our lack of knowledge is being exposed. But that's fine. That's fine.
I do indeed say that. Also, big shout out to Max, not going to dox him this time. Let's go Hearthstone. Yeah. Let's go.
We got the sub hype, and we got the chunkles. We got the tiger plushie in the chat.
I am going to buy one. Bookstore has them for sale right now. I am very excited to grab one of my own.
Yeah, everything in the bookstore 50% off right now.
I don't know where you guys live, but you should come back and grab one.
We do see the board now at an even 3-3 in terms of minions for both sides. Tanner has a 4 HP advantage over Crovey right now. That can swing very quickly. We also have a Call Me Corin subscribing with their Prime. That's our own Dylan Meyer. He was just on the Smash cast we had.
Yeah, that's the Amazon Prime I'm talking about. That's some Thursday Night Football type stuff here in the chat. Big shout out to Call Me Corin using that Amazon Prime to subscribe. Very exciting news.
Thursday Night Football or Tuesday Night Hearthstone?
No, Thursday Night Mario Kart even. We got
That's
later this week. Everything it seems to be full circle here.
We do see one of Tanner's attack dogs getting frozen on the board. So for the next turn, that card can't do anything.
All right, Tanner looking to play a little Cyclops-looking minion here. I almost thought that said Looklops. That would have made sense. And he's got some dogs on the field. He's got 5 dogs on the field.
He's got him on the field. 3 of them have to sleep here. Now, he just did 4 damage, so taking Crovey down to 16 HP. He has a lot of minions on the board. We see the Fireball take out one of these dogs. All he needs is a couple of them to make it through this turn, and Crovey is going to be in a real dangerous situation. Will we see another board wipe from Crovey, even if it sacrifices his own minions?
I mean, if you look at all the dogs, right, only 2 of them actually have more than 2 health. So if Crovey does indeed... Can you have multiple cards of the...
You can.
Well, I mean, I see a lot of dogs here, but this could be tokens. But, oh, yes, 2 workhorses. Shout out to the horses in the suit. So maybe if they have another 2 damage, all AoE effect, maybe the Crovey could get some done. Or maybe he makes up...
So when it's not your turn and you're waiting on your opponent to do things, you can actually click on the arena and it'll just
he has told me about that. They do nothing.
No, it does absolutely nothing. The opponent can't see it. But Tanner's just, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, I'm chilling.
It's like my favorite mechanic in a game.
And I don't know if Crovey's thinking or if he's stalling. It is a valid tactic to burn the turn timer out and make your opponent wait, even if you're, especially when you're behind, because you're really just trying to buy yourself extra time to think. And so we've seen Crovey have the turn countdown pop up like 2 or 3 times now, and now he's actually going here. That's a pretty big card. He's going to get another spell effect on the board. Is it going to be the one he wants? I believe he's picking from 3 face-up options.
We can't see them.
Yep. Okay, that's big for Crovey. He's got a taunt minion on the board with a death rattle. So not only do you have to attack it, but it will have a spell effect trigger when it dies.
Yeah, that is actually unfortunate there. Because now, again, just as you said, it's going to have an effect, but Tanner really has no choice. But, going to need to destroy it here. He does have some dogs, right, with 5 attack that could take it down. Pretty confident. I mean, I played Magic a little bit. I think that's pretty similar
Now,
how it
I don't
works.
know what all other minions fall asleep. Okay, so here's the problem. When this card with Taunt dies, every other
Oh.
minion on the board goes back to sleep for the next turn.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really
which
good.
is going to be a bad thing for Tanner because I believe when it flips over to Krovi's turn, his all wake back up. While his so he basically loses a turn with every other minion. And so he would get to take that card off the board and then have to stop his turn.
All right, here we go. We're going to watch that dog try to attack that the orc thing. And oh, would you look at that? Huge damage, doing 2 damage to everything. And now, despite the sleep, going to get a huge wipe and another 2 damage there on Krovi, bringing his health down to 14.
You bet. Yeah, the Hydralisk came out and kind of shot 3 targets at random. And so taking another 2 HP off there was fantastic. Tanner's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions on the board. To Krovi's 2. Now, Krovi does have a legendary creature on the board, which is the one that summoned that spell effect last turn. Honestly, not super worried about it. Its attack is limited down to 3. Its health is down to 3. Its attack is 4. But if Tanner can keep the dogs alive this turn,
yeah, I'm really like these dogs. I don't even quite know what this horse in a suit does. It is my new favorite card, not named Popgar.
I just love that it's
funny.
called Workhorse.
It makes sense. Also, something that I haven't quite been used to yet is the fact that you can have so many monsters on the minions on the field.
Yep.
When I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I only get 1, and we're gonna watch a huge tree. Seems that Krovi. I don't know if that's a taunt or just some friendly words, but
we'll have to see how that plays out in the next turn. We did see Tanner take 6 damage. There's the board wipe, the full board wipe, and it does 5 damage to each player as well. So
Krovi's got to watch out.
Krovi's at 9.
Yeah, luckily for Tanner there, still has slightly more health, but yeah, all these horses are going to go to sleep.
Here's the thing these workhorses do. They have Death Rattle, and they summon ponies when they die.
Oh, wow.
So he's basically saying, look, go ahead, wipe the board again, because if you do, I'm going to have ponies coming at you.
Yeah, shout out to the ponies, man. I don't know what they do, but he seems like he's already got 2 ponies or some sort of horses there on the board, the 2/1 effect.
Yep, and then again, when they die, he'll get, I think, 2 additional ones, 1 for each of those ponies.
Uh-oh, here we go. 2/6 plus some spells here.
Krovi liking his legendary creature cards. That's fine. Asteroid's going to take out one of the... Oh, no, it didn't. It did take it out. Watch this. Boom.
Oh, wow. We got more ponies.
It was 2 ponies.
Yeah,
1 for 2.
Yeah, he took him out with the Asteroid. Remember, that hits at random. Can't really choose who you're going to take 2 damage off of. And no, Krovi, he's thinking. I wouldn't say this is like the worst situation you could be in, I think. Especially if there are cards that heal your health. But I don't know if they're found in these decks.
There's a little bit of that. Probably not in the deck. Well, maybe the Paladin deck might have 1 or 2, but that's generally not what we see a lot of. But honestly, if Krovi's looking for another board wipe, then his Asteroid blowing up one of the workhorses is good because that forced out the 2 ponies that can now be wiped. Mm-hmm. But unless he's going to throw one out right now, I don't know that we have another board wipe coming.
He's looking for something. Oh, he's returning it to their hand.
Which
interesting decision. Doesn't want it to die, so now he can board wipe.
Maybe.
Because it won't summon any more ponies.
Are we going to see another board wipe?
I mean,
deals 2 damage directly to Tanner, and then his turn's going to be over. So here's the interesting thing. There's another 2 damage from the spell effect. So it's 9/9, but Tanner can just summon the workhorse back again and then get the Death Rattle ponies again.
Yeah. Oh, I think Tanner finally got a coin there. We're going to see a little egg there. And now Tanner, he's summoning some robots. And he's just going to hit him for damage. I think he allowed him to just hit Krovi straight and direct.
I think Krovi was stalling that last turn because he knew that there really wasn't much of a chance of him winning that game. Mm-hmm. And he just had to wait for Tanner to basically unleash that horde of minions. Again, this is what we call an aggro deck, or a lot of low number cards that just swarm the opponent. Krovi did have 2 excellent board clears, especially that second one. But ultimately, Tanner was able to play into it anyway, and it didn't seem like it rattled him too much, right? So very good game 1 win from Tanner there. And so he's going to be up 1-0 in this set. Remember, it's a best of 5, so he's got to win 3. And they're just going straight into the next game.
Yeah, they're not waiting. They are cooking. And but the thing is, Tanner no longer able to use the dogs.
That's right. We won't see that deck come out a second time.
I am a shackled man. I can't believe we don't get them anymore. But because, again, if you win the game with your deck, going to have to switch the decks, as we saw earlier. And now, I'm not really quite sure what Tanner's running here next. But It seems Crovey also switched.
I think he's running I think this is his mage deck. Again, with a crossover here, I'm not really super familiar with the skins. Actually, no, that is the mage because we got the fireball there on the screen. That's the mage's ability. So I believe looking at the board, this looks like this is Tanner's Protoss mage deck. And again, Protoss being another crossover with the StarCraft stuff.
I mean, he's just going to do 1 damage there, not going to play anything else. I mean, you just got to get that damage off early, especially if you don't have any healing cards in your deck. If you get taken, or if you take 1 damage early on, you gotta watch out. And would you look at that, Crovey gonna do damage of his own. And now we have
the Void Ray coming out here on the board for Tanner. They're both at 29. Tanner does have a minion on the board. It's got Divine Shield, which I believe means that the first damage it takes gets blocked entirely.
And it reflected of something.
Yeah. So what happens is when he attacked that card, it got to bite him back, and so he took those 3 damage. Then there was the board wipe that did 1 damage to that Void Ray and took it out here.
Pretty riveting stuff here to start the game. Oh, he's got like a Kung Fu Panda or something.
He does. Wait a second.
This is a cool deck. Maybe Pangoro looking.
So
and he's got 6 shield.
Yeah, so one of the things you can add, so you can't do a lot of HP restoration, but you can shield your HP value, right? So he's basically got a shield of 6. In order for him to take HP damage, you have to burn through that 6 first.
Yeah, so now Crovey, are we finally going to see somebody play a card on the field? As Crovey does use the coin, and there it is, 6-5. Oh my goodness. I don't know, got a lot of arms there.
Indeed it does. It
window
says it's the window shopper.
That is a funny name, I'm not even going to lie. Can't do anything. Sleep this turn. Now Tanner's he's gonna have to watch out. 6-5 is nothing to scoff at.
It is not. It can easily chunk that shield in 1 turn without taking any damage on its own. 5 HP on turn 3 is nothing to sneeze at here. And so he really needs to watch it. He's blowing it up a little bit.
Oh, look at him go! I mean, looking like Isak from earlier. A couple spells in a row, a couple of fireballs, and takes him down. I mean, I was really worried about it, but it seems Tanner was not.
No. So he's thinking about the Tide Pool Pupil, throwing a couple out here. Another window shopper. This one not having quite the same effect as the other one. This actually looks like a different card slightly. But basically what's happening is every time you do it, it has a discover effect. So he gets to draw 3 cards, pick 1. Doing it again, draw 3 cards, pick 1. And so he's basically Crovey's trying to cycle through this deck. This is a Warlock deck. He's trying to cycle through and find the cards that he wants so he can get his win condition going here.
Yeah, already. We're gonna see some studies. Get your books out, get your notes. Take some here as, oh my goodness.
So that gave his Warlock +3 attack this turn, and then he went directly for Tanner's shield there.
Pretty smart, though.
Tanner drawing another Youthful Brewmaster. He's got 2 in his hand right now.
Pangoro. Looking here. I don't really know what Tanner is going to decide to do. He's got 6 mana here. Can play a couple of cards if he wants to.
Yeah, and so the thing about that Tide Pool. I know that what it is. It says Tide Pool Pupil. It is, okay. But when he throws that out there, its effect is that if he casts 3 spells on the same turn, that it actually gets a buff.
Oh, wow.
And
but does he have 3 spells in his hand,
I don't believe so. I see 1 on the board with the Sea Breeze.
Maybe you count the Fireball as a spell? It would make sense if it was, but
I don't think that it does.
To be fair, I mean, it makes sense to me because you're casting a Fireball.
Oh, that worked out exactly how we wanted it to. So that card does 2 random damage, 1 to each minion.
Yeah, we saw it last turn too.
And it hit the exact ones that he wanted it to hit. He had 0 control over that, and it worked out exactly in his favor.
That is beautiful. Taking out both of those 1/1s. Maybe the Tide Pool Pupil coming out perchance. Oh, he's got him. Yes. And now he gets to choose one of these cards. Gonna choose a shield battery.
And now his shield battery is free, which is going to give him additional armor. He's up to 9 armor now.
And there
he's going to throw out the Youthful Brewmaster, and he's going to throw that brew on there.
Oh,
and send it back to his hand.
So we can summon him again and get more.
Draw a spell again.
Oh, yeah, that is actually very, very good there for Tanner. Not only did he take out both 1/1s, but now the old Brewmaster still on the field, but Ball Hog going crazy. Thinks he's Draymond Green.
He's going nuts here. He's really trying to chunk out that shield that Tanner has. There's only a 1-point HP difference, but with the shield, it's a +6 for Tanner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. We finally get to see some like actual health restoration. He could try the old Tide Pool again, but you have to get the cards or the spells.
He does, and it depends on what one he pulls, right? If he pulls another Sea Breeze, then it's not going to do exactly what he wants it to here. So He does have a couple of big, powerful spells on the board, but he's looking for a. He needs to get rid of that divine shield. This pig minion's got first. Again, I don't know the names myself, but
Oh, it was Ball Hog. I did read
that's
it.
called the Ball Hog.
Well, yeah, that was its name earlier. That's why
Oh, man, I
we're,
love
we're
that.
making references out here, Nate.
Oh, okay. I'm following you now. I got you.
Gonna watch a little stone man, the sleet skater. Oh, and he's got a second one, but for 1-1 now. And I think, yeah,
And he froze both minions, so neither one of them is going to be able to act on their next turn.
pretty good stuff there. Oh, and he's got a little bit more shield now, up to 11 shield now. Still, again, looking at these cards. Yeah, the divine shield. We saw Tanner have it earlier. Kind of a pesky situation.
It is, right? Because you have to basically blow a card. It can be any card, but you have to blow a card to, to hit them and try to take it out. And it's kind of a wasted attack, especially if you can't follow up with it right away.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That was a big card.
Got a big, beefy boy there he can't use just quite yet.
I mean,
that's a long-term win condition that he's going to try to build to. Essentially what Tanner's trying to do here, right, he's trying to keep up his shields, and he's trying to stall until he has 12 mana. So that's what we're looking for here.
I mean, at the end of the day, it really just does make sense, right? The more you can hold off, the more you can build. Kind of looking like Steve in Minecraft, right? You gotta defend yourself. Right. Mine on the side. Tanner, he's currently mining.
He is currently mining. He's looking for that diamond here, right? Tanner's playing what's called a control deck, right? So last time he played aggro, which is a bunch of minions on the board, go bop, bop, bop. This time it's like, I'm going to freeze minions down. I'm going to lock them. I'm going to do what I can. We did see another Ball Hog come out there for Crovey. Crovey taking off one of the Sleet Skaters off the board, but Tanner's HP and shields didn't get touched that time.
Do you know what these like broken hearts do?
I do not know. That's another, right. Okay. So the death rattles the skull.
Yes, but it seems like it's got the bones still, but the hearts, it went through something crazy.
I think it's when the card takes damage
that
something triggers.
Ooh, that's interesting that you would put a divine shield on it.
I'll try to catch it if we hover over one here and see what it says here.
Might get a blizzard, snowstorm.
He's going to do it.
Oh, right? Snap!
So it's going to hit both of those. It's going to pop the divine shield, but all three of them are frozen. So once again, they can't do anything.
Yeah, Tanner, he's just doing that chip damage, getting the freezes off here. Yeah, not able to do anything. It did take damage, but it still didn't do anything. I just kind of want to know what that
summon two minions with rush. So these are the ones that are going to be able to attack right away. They also have, so that's what that lightning bolt icon is.
Yeah, this is not good, Nate.
And they are 6/6 cards.
Yeah, I mean, just lots of damage. Luckily, Tanner does have a shield. And, it seems like it goes away at the end of the
Yeah, it only lasts for one turn, and it goes back in the deck. But one of the things it does do is it also reduces the cost of one of the minions in your hand. So now Crovey has a card in his hand that's going to be a little bit cheaper to throw out there.
I got you. Also, just want to check in back on the chat here. We got Let's Go Tanners in the chat. Shout out to the little tiger plush, Scrunkles.
Yep,
he's my goat. Again, shout out to the old Max and Call Me Corn in the chat right now, supporting our boy.
Yeah, and let's see it. Max is calling for a Let's Go Tanner chant in the chat. So let me see it, all caps, Let's Go Tanner. Hey, right on cue.
Hey!
There it is. So let's see if we can get some other people to throw some Let's Go Tanners in the chat. Tanner's sitting really pretty right now, 29 to 26 in terms of HP and shielding here.
Yeah, Crovey does have 3 minions, though. We got to be a little weary.
We do, and Tanner
doesn't
have a lot of options to go on the board right now, so he's going to take...
that's what it does. When the things die, it gains. Crovey gains health. I think that's what happened.
Okay. Yep. You're right.
Or maybe if it does damage, it heals him. Like I'm not quite sure. One of those things seems to be real. Tanner back up to 13 shield, still tied to health. Kind of just in a stalemate with some Sleet Skaters. Shout out.
Yep. Freezing the minions once again. Again, Tanner's really looking to push to turn 12 here.
Hardy's Wi-Fi.
The chat is going nuts right now.
Yeah, there's Giles in the chat now.
Hey, Hardy's tier 1.
11 months.
11 months in a row. Thank you, Mr. Corey Reynolds. He was also on the stream earlier. So both of our Smashcasters in this stream have subbed to the channel.
They're awesome. We love you guys being in the chat. You guys are amazing. Even though I can talk to you whenever I want. Seriously. Big shout out to you guys. Got some sub hypes in the chat. Speaking of hype, hopefully Tanner can start getting some here. Does have 10 mana, but how is he going to get the 12 out, Nate?
He's thinking about drawing this Protoss card here that's going to give him 2, 3, 4 minions with charge, which will let him wipe the board or help clear the board down again a little bit. He's kind of weighing that option here. But really, I mean, he's got a little bit of health to play with. Not a lot anymore, not as comfortable as he did after this last turn. But if I'm Tanner, I'm still playing pretty cool and collected right now. I'm basically looking at how can I mitigate and have as much or little HP loss as possible going into these next 2 turns.
Yeah, back to 4 shield. I mean, look at that 8-5 with the rush there. Very annoying. Would not want to play against that myself.
Ooh,
We have
he's
Tide
using
Pools,
Tide
very
Pools.
different than Tide Pool
Pupil.
Pupil. Yeah, this is just Tide Pools.
Okay, now he's discovering, he's pulling a card that lets him discover yet another spell. And he's going to throw that down there. He's going to look for another spell here. He's going to pop the Blizzard.
Yeah, bring it back.
The Blizzard right away. That was huge.
Huge Blizzard there. I'm getting chills just looking at it. Hey, give us more cards. Give us more cards. We're discovering. We're searching. McGoogleplets and Deeks in the chat. They're going crazy right now. Everybody's here, Nate. We got Avengers Endgame in the chat.
It's true. It's true. We've got the Avengers assembled here in the chat. We've got some graduates in the chat. We've got some current students in the chat. And all of these guys have one thing in common. They're here because they love Tanner.
Yeah, but back to the ball hog.
Gaining another 2 HP for Crovey there.
Yeah, I'm just gaining the health every time. It seems that these broken heart man.
Oh, and there's the
but
rush
this
again.
is bad. They got the haste and it's 6-6, but the turn ends.
Is it bad though? Because look what Tanner just pulled. Right?
Oh, he's got it again.
So he's down to 1 shield. So they actually are tied in health right now, right? 30-30. We're on turn. We got 10 mana.
No, is he gonna? The Blizzard is worth 6 of it though, plus the Fireball.
And actually, so again, this is where my Hearthstone or lack thereof comes in. He's at 10 mana, and I think that's actually the max that you can get. So I don't know what he needs to do in order to be able to pop the Colossus. We'll see next turn.
I've seen cards in this game. I don't know if Tanner has them, but they like reduce costs.
They do. Tanner's gonna throw a shield battery out, giving himself, I think it's 6 more shields. There it is. And then that's going to give him that Protoss with Rush, so he goes directly for the life points there.
Oh, and now we can use the Chalice to get some
stuff. And he's going to do this.
Oh, he's done it again! How does he keep doing it? This man's RNG is on a different level. Taking out the both 1 health cards, minions, and Tanner back to the like 1-on-1 minion action here. Everybody in the chat is going insane.
The GOAT Tanner. The GOAT of MCC. Let's go, Tanner.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is here.
Was that Tanner's card? No.
I hope. Well, actually, I wish it was. I don't want to see this on the field.
I don't
get
believe
really scared.
I don't believe so. I think Magtheridon is a Warlock card.
Oh, it's got another one of those, the Death Rattlers.
Okay, so his Warlock, Crovey's Warlock just pulled a set of equipment there. So it's got a Death Rattle ability, and it allows him to directly punch Tanner's life points there. Tanner down to 26 HP here. Draws another Tide Pools. You could fish for a spell. You could use Tide Pool, Pupil to fish for some spells here. Tanner, I mean, his deck's getting a little bit low here. He's sitting fine, but we're quickly going to see the point where this Warlock deck is going to start chipping at his health if he doesn't get something going.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing fine. He's been playing great even, but right now, like you said, the deck is wearing thin out here.
Here comes the card draw again. This worked out really well for him last time.
Come on, give me some good. Give me some good. Oh, okay, here we go. Go with the flow. That's a pretty cool sounding card.
Spark of Life here. Okay, Joe goes for the Spark of Life. That's going to allow him, I think, to discover, it's either going to allow him to discover another Mage spell or discover another Druid spell. So it's going to allow him to get 1 more spell in his deck.
Mm-hmm. And choosing...
And then he gets Gift of Fire, which lets him discover another card. He gets Seabreeze Chalice, which is going to let him attack the minions again.
The time going down. Another Void Ray back on the field. Got that Divine Shield, as you said. Allows him to kill him with nothing. But, 2 minions spawn afterward.
And that was intentional. He wanted to draw those minions out and kill them with his spells. And he's going to try to do it again here, I think. This should kill the other one because there's only 2 minions on the board. There it is.
Beautiful stuff.
Now he gets another spell. He's almost out of time.
Choose it. You got to choose one. And he's got Pot of Greed.
Okay.
But now the Mega Beast.
Warlock, Crovey gets his Magtheridon on the board. I don't know what Magtheridon does, but I do know from World of Warcraft, Magtheridon is a big beefy dude. This is like the Warlock win condition that just came out on the board here.
Oh, that's just his main commander doing 3 damage there. I am very nervous to see what this big old dragon does. But, he's thinking, he had 1 mana, get back up to 10. Is there a way this man can retrieve his Colossus? I don't know. Surely hope so. But now he's adding this ferocious Fellbat here.
Yep, the death rattle of that thing is, I believe, it summons a copy of itself when it dies.
Oh, that is tricky. I know he's got 2 of them. This is somehow trickier. Wait, does that mean it just will be on the field forever?
Once per card. And the one that gets summoned with the death rattle doesn't have the same ability, I don't think.
I see. Unfortunate, though. Crovey using a 1 damage to all, like an AoE effect. Taking out Tanner's 1 minion. And what does he do here, right? You got some huge cards on the side of the field.
He's gonna go fishing again.
Come on, give me some good.
Blizzard. Blizzard's good. We can do something with Blizzard.
We do have Pot of Greed on the field, or in our hand. Shout out. Yeah, instant Blizzard into the shield.
He's fishing for something here, and if I knew the game more, I would know what he's looking at. But he's gone through a huge chunk of his deck here, looking for grabbing the buy one get one free.
Yeah, he's only got 12 cards left in his deck, Nate. Yeah, I mean, we're going down to the end of the game, it seems.
Yeah, now here's the nice thing is that he did get another freeze on the board, so none of those 3 could attack. Right, which is good because that's 7, 14 plus 12. That's 26 damage potentially on the board if those cards can attack, right? So Tanner should live through one more turn, but he's got to be able to get something online next turn. Otherwise, he's going to get blown up here.
Oh, no, not the haste.
Get rush. Yep.
Here we go. Yeah, and he's going to attack. Huge damage. Luckily for Tanner, his shield is still up, but another effect after that card. Yep, and there it is. Summoning 2 more, allowing his champion to take another crack at Tanner's shield.
Okay, gonna hit for 8.
That's a lot of damage. Nate.
Tanner has 20 HP.
What are we thinking? 12, 8, 7, 1, 7, 1, 8, 6, and 2 other haste spells. Just, I mean, look, I've seen crazier. I have seen crazier things, but this, I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe
I think
we do need
he could be looking
Dragon.
at freezing the board again, right? You know, that's nothing more than a stall tactic. At this point, he really wants to get those minions off the board to begin those death rattle effects are nothing to sneeze at. So he's got to be careful.
Especially when they get to make just a copy of themselves.
Yeah, and if he blows them up with a freeze spell, then the ones that come back won't be frozen. They'll be
new. Here we go. We get to choose one.
Okay.
We can freeze them
He's
all.
thinking about freezing all the enemy minions, and that's what he's going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to freeze them all for free.
And now what is he thinking? Pot of Greed? Oh, I just don't know.
He freeze a minion and summon a frozen copy of it.
And it makes sense, right? If you have a good card, you get a second one of it. Not the worst decision, but with 4 mana left, might hold it here just a little bit longer.
Got 11 cards left in the deck. He's thinking about drawing 2. There it is. He's going to draw 2 more.
Okay.
Another Sea Breeze Chalice and the Photon Cannon.
Ooh, okay. I like the Photon Cannon, though.
Yep.
It's a decent card. I think it just damage to opposing minions, so. Yeah, but this, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the field.
There's a lot of stuff on the field.
I don't know. What is Crovey up to? What kind of devious plans have they been cooking?
Yeah, Crovey.
They have been cooking all game, to be fair.
Right now, it looks like Crovey may be able to use his Warlock ability, but other than that, his new minion is asleep. All the other ones are frozen. I mean, he could throw something else out on the board here, but he's got to be about online here in terms of having all the minions that he would want here. What does he throw out next? Let's see. He's hovering something. I like the card backs. Let's see.
Oh, attacks an enemy.
Has a lifesteal.
That's
what that effect is.
Okay. That makes sense. Oh, man. And, I mean, he's taking a lot of damage. 11 health left. Got double photon cannons here.
He does.
Doesn't cost anything.
I think Tanner has to get something online this turn. Otherwise, he is in a rough spot here. Honestly, I could be wrong here. I think what he was hoping for was that the Colossus would have gotten pulled using one of his draws where he could have placed it for free. I'm wondering if that's what
that
he was
makes
looking
sense,
for.
actually.
I could be completely wrong on that, but I just noticed he hasn't gotten a situation where he's had enough mana to cast it.
Yeah, it does take down one of them, but now 5-3 again. Just, last turn, got to look for something here.
Right, there's another Blizzard.
Okay,
Blizzard's
hold on.
Tanner. He's going to throw it. He's going to have 2 mana left when he's done. Maybe.
Get you another photon cannon, perhaps. I mean, this is just look. Nick can't win every game, and unless he gets it done, we just don't know.
He might be able to pull this one out here. It's looking pretty dire. Now,
I've seen
Tanner's
crazier Yu-Gi-Oh games.
He's got a little bit of a window, so it's okay.
Yeah, time running down. Taking a gander. Oh, look at that. Colossus to 11 now. I don't know if that'll stay every turn.
That's what it is. He's trying to use... So Colossus is a Protoss card. He has some other cards that reduce the cost of your Protoss minions. He's trying to get that thing down to a 10 cost so he can actually throw it out on the board.
I see.
And the Proton Cannons are that. He was hoping that he could use the Proton Cannons to bring out the Colossus. That's what happened. But we just saw his Protoss Cannons come out way too late. So
yes.
I think I think judging by the chat messages they just posted, that Tanner knows he's going to die on this turn.
Yeah, I mean, the onslaught is
yeah,
here.
and look, he's hovering it. He's saying, "Oh, look, it costs 10 now. One turn too late. One turn."
And look, unfortunate, but that's just how it goes sometimes. You can't always.
That is how it goes sometimes. Now, here's the thing: Tanner lost with that deck, so he can play it again.
Yeah, he still has 2 decks
on paper.
to choose
This is
from.
Tanner's best deck, and so he's gonna want to try to bring it out again. You know, it's not gonna get taken out here. Hey, we have a first time chat here, but I don't know about that username, my friend.
You guys are crazy out here. You can't just be doing that. But yeah, hey, look, we're glad you're we're glad you're here. Don't get me wrong, but oh man, that's funny.
All right, so let's go ahead and flip back over here while they're looking at their options here. Let's see. All right, so it looks like Tanner is going to be rocking that same deck that we just saw. Who's going to be running Protoss Mage again. Meanwhile, it looks like Krovi's going to be running the Death Knight deck here.
Oh, wow, interesting. He banned that from Tanner.
He did.
And now he's playing it
Tanner's
himself.
Death Knight, he's playing a variant of that himself here.
Must just be a really good deck, I guess. If you're willing to get rid of it and play it.
Yeah, and again, it also depends on what flavor of Death Knight they were both running. So, you know, there's like 3 or 4 or 5 variants for each different type of deck, and so they could have been running the same one, they could have been running different. Tanner's going to open his hand with, or have 2 Seabreeze Chalices and a Void Ray in his opening hand. You know, the set is 1-1 right now.
Yeah,
there's the Colossus. So I think now that we've watched this play out, right, it's good that he drew it early. He wants to have that card, so that way he's not waiting. Like, you would hate to have the win condition set up but not get the card you want. So him getting it now is okay. But
that's
he
what
needs to
happened
get those
last time
Protoss
too,
cannons early so that it can drop the card cost so we can actually send it out there.
Yeah, we need some cannons up in the chat right now. Everybody.
Yeah, send us your cannon love, your Protoss love in the chat. That way Tanner has some good RNG this game.
Yeah, we're waiting for it here. Renaissance Coil already on deck here for Mr. Reiner. Going to use that Void Ray again with that Divine Shield. Going to be able to withstand an attack. We got some Doritos.
Got some Doritos in the chat.
That's going to have to be good enough, I suppose.
That's my friend.
Shout out. All right, got the shield battery. Still just kind of just waiting for these Protoss.
We do see Krovi with 2 O2 minions on the board. They're just there to soak up space, which they did, right? You had to blow a couple spells to take them out. That's fine.
Well, sometimes, no, I don't know if that happens in this game, but sometimes when you got cards that look like little worms, they evolve. So you definitely do not want to leave them on the field for a chance to evolve. I don't know if that happens in this game. I don't feel like finding out.
Very possible. Very possible. Looks like Hardy's Wi-Fi using one of my favorite emotes that I made, which is me out in the rain.
Shout out. Got some Chewbacca's in the chat. We're very close to Photos cannons.
Yeah. You know,
we're almost there.
I don't even know why I made that specific emote. Like, looking at it, I don't know what the use case is. Like, I don't know. Is it like a, oh, this is fine? Or like a, hey, we're sad because it's raining? I don't know.
I mean, weather's been pretty decent the last couple of days at least. Gonna get a Dreadhound Handler here. He's looking like a pirate. He's Luffy.
So the death rattle on those is that the hounds that are in that card with them, they'll actually get summoned when the pirate itself dies.
Look, no offense. I mean, I know we're watching Tanner, but the dogs might be returning, just different dogs.
They might be different dogs.
Oh, there they are. They're back.
I don't know why they're glowing though. I don't know what that means.
They're like cool dogs. Oh, it seems
they come back the first time they die?
Very interesting. Or they could just make a copy like the other cards in that last deck.
Could be a copy.
All right, we're back. Oh, he's got a...
So I think he loses a little bit of health here, but then he gets to pick a card as a trade-off. So Krovi looking between 3 possible cards that he drew that he's going to play in here.
we got some chatting in the chat right now.
Some peer pressure with the subbing to the channel.
Hey, if you have Amazon Prime, it's actually free once a month. All I'm saying.
It's true. All right, the Soul Breaker. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, you gain 2 corpses.
Oh, interesting.
Now, there's no minions that Tanner has on the board to do that with right now, so Krovi's just chunking away his shields again, pulling that Tidepool Pupil once more.
I wanna get this Colossus thing on the field. We haven't been able to see it yet. I'm really hoping we
I
do.
want to see it. I want to see
I
it.
don't even know what it does. I just want it
You
really
know,
bad.
We always call players that like doing like fun gaming, like Timmy gamers, like the Timmy gamer in
Oh,
me
that's
wants
me.
to see the
Oh,
Colossus
yeah.
on the board, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Gonna get another fireball, destroying. Well, actually, he comes back, but dogs.
The dogs are gone.
Good stuff there from Mr. Reiner, taking out all of his minions. Back to even here. Oh, I mean, chat, you guys are too nice. You don't need to be saying all of these wonderful, nice things to me. We're here for Tanner, not me.
Is he wrong, though? He's not wrong. All right, these ones have taunt, and the shields are gold. I don't know what that means, but we're going to find out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be like a skin. Some cards do that. Some games
it's possible. It's possible.
Like I've seen that in.
I mean,
was it the Pokemon TCG that had that? I don't remember.
I think so.
I'm not quite sure. Or it could be just some crazy broken
even at
ability.
a base level, if this is just regular taunt, taunt's annoying. If this is some sort of super taunt, even worse. You know, having to attack those things before you can attack Crovy directly, not what you want.
Ooh, we're gonna get another one of these coils. Then 5 damage coming out. Bang, bang. There from Tanner, little lightning strike. You say it doesn't strike twice, but that is the second time we've seen it this game.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, and we had a new card there in the deck. 2 of them actually. Kind of cool stuff there. Gonna take another 2 damage. But now the 5/4 by himself. He's gonna get the airlock breach with the taunt hero. And yeah, there it is. 3 taunts of 5/5. What? I mean, you gotta kill him.
You gotta kill him.
There's
so
nothing
I think
else you can do, really.
He's looking to use spell cards here to kind of nuke this board when he can. You know, honestly, if you can bait this out like 1 or 2 more times and get like 4 or 5 of them and nuke them all, not bad. He's gonna elect to hit them all for 2 and freeze them, and then use his mage spell to chunk 1 down to 1 HP.
Okay, I mean, good stuff there. But if you look at Crovy's health, all of a sudden, 48. Like, when did this man get so much health?
I was not watching the man's health
Yeah,
bar.
the more he attacks, the more health he gained earlier. And now, oh no! Special animation, you never want to see something like that if you're the opponent.
And I think it said choose a specific spell feature, so I think he got to do some really cool effect there that we don't get to see. And then he shuffled some cards into his deck there that he did not have before.
Yeah, I mean, I might be quaking in my boots a little bit, man. 5-1, 5-3, 6-6, almost a 5-4. Shout out to myself, referencing me. But I mean, Tanner got 9 mana, couple of hallucinations and some void rays, but just no photon cannons, guys. We asked you for photon cannons in the chat, and we need them now.
I think man calls them something different every time he talks about them.
we just need the cannon thing.
We just need the cannon things. That's right. I believe they're called. I think it's Protoss cannons.
Protoss.
Yeah. I think that's.
Oh, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh like genre of like Photos. And I think that's what I'm actually.
So you're crossing your streams again. You're crossing your card games.
Yeah, I apologize if I'm confusing anybody.
Ooh, he's got 3 Void Rays, all with Divine Shield.
And that's good, right? You're gonna be able to.
I mean, it's good. They don't have.
Bang! Bang! Get a third. Get a third.
Damage. Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that stuff. And then plus the fireball at the end takes down his taunts. And no Divine Shields left, but
that's a big swing. And that card only has 1 HP left.
I mean, pretty much a brilliant turn there from Tanner. Getting away all of the like high heavy things. Unfortunately for him, he gets to just directly attack him.
Yeah,
no
Tanner
taunt
going
on
to
the
be taking
field.
another 6 there. That's fine. So got quite the swing. 29 HP difference between these 2 players.
And he summons yet another one of these and allow him to discover, not just choose a card, but Soulbreaker back on the field allows his main guns to attack. And honestly, it doesn't even affect him. He can attack all he wants because
he just discovered a legendary card. Oh boy!
Oh, this look like Cthulhu monsters.
2 10/10 minions.
This is
Tanner draws his own legendary. He draws Artanis. I don't know what Artanis does. I do know Artanis from StarCraft. Artanis, shoutouts. Artanis is a cool card.
Yeah, maybe looking to freeze.
Maybe.
I mean, he would kill the guy with the scissors at least.
Gonna look to draw spells here. Where does he want to go? He's got spontaneous combustion, malfunction, or burn down.
Yeah, what are we looking for?
Okay.
He might get lucky with this. With that card he just drew, it does 4 damage.
He's gonna freeze the board again.
Smart.
Gonna take that 1 card off the board here. Draws another one. He's going to go for the shield battery. So the shield battery is one of the things that allows him to get the Colossus out, right? Your next Protoss spell is going to cost 2 less.
Oh, wow. That would That would do it.
He's thinking about it. There it is.
And we might finally be able to see it. That would be the craziest thing ever if we here in game number 3. I can't believe we're already in game 3. It feels like we've been flying by.
Here's the only downside to this, right? Is so you only get a max of 10.
Why did that do 40 damage? Oh my goodness. I don't really understand why that's doing so much damage. Well, it didn't matter, but if Tanner gets hit by that and he takes 40 damage, this can be it.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So Tanner's trying to get to a situation where he gets the Colossus cheap enough to use it. He only has a maximum of 10 mana. The shield battery makes the next one cost 2 less, but the shield battery itself also costs 2. So you got to get a couple of those bad boys.
Yeah, I got some Larva on the field. Does 2 damage. Summons a third O2 Leech here. Going to then evolve it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
I can't even count all the fingers on my hands, but this is insane. Luckily, all the things you just summoned are slept. Going to take 3 damage again. Oh, Tanner just still losing more health. Gets the old Brewski.
He's got 11 mana now, but that's not quite enough.
You have to wait. He has to live until next turn. But the thing is, I don't know if he's going to be able to.
He's got to be able to freeze the board or wipe the board again, and that's going to be a tall order. So he's going to
summon
Arcanus, and that's, I think, going to give him 2 minions with charge.
All right. Oh, and he's got like a cool sword.
He's trying to figure out, can I take some of these high damage people off the board in order to live through this next attack? He's got 3 mana to play around with. He's going to go for this guy because it does 10 damage and only has 2 HP, so that one's gone.
And then the fireball, taking him out again. We could get something good here.
Choose a minion. If it's an enemy, freeze it. He's going to freeze the 10 damage.
Smart.
Oh, that might have been it, right? Because Tanner has 16 HP to play with. I only see currently 2 damage on the board. Of course, that can change. He's going to use next turn to take out one of those things. Again, I don't know if those, like you said, I think you're right. I think those will eventually morph into something else.
I really don't want to know what those morph into.
No.
I'm not even going to lie. Now it might be crazy sauce. We are here back. Crovey does 2 damage. Tanner lives, but he's going to get hit with a 1. Good for us, though. He has that shield up. We could see it. It only costs 10, Nate.
It only costs 10. As long as he lives, he should be able to put the Colossus on the board this next turn.
But I just don't know what he's got.
The question is, with an HP difference that high, is it going to be enough? Your leeches steal 1 more health. Oh, the leeches. These are leeches. They steal health when they attack. That's what these cards do.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, Tanner losing pretty much all of his health.
He can summon the Colossus. Are we going to see it? He needs to make sure it's going to be, it's going to get value when he throws it on the board. So just because he can, is it the right play? I don't know. The Googleplex in the chat says, keep the ball rolling. A setback never took down MCC. That is true. That is very true.
We've come back through greater here.
I wonder if he's thinking about maybe doing the... Oh, no, he's going straight for the Colossus. Deals 6 damage to all enemies twice is what that says when it comes on the board.
That's kind of broken. I mean, it would wipe the board for sure.
It would completely wipe the board. I think he's thinking about potentially doing the shield battery first because that will then make the Colossus cost 8.
They go straight for the health. It doesn't
even...
True. Shields don't even do anything, though. That's the issue.
You know what I also just realized? When he played the Artanus card, his character turned into Artanus.
Yeah, some of those cards do that.
Yeah.
I've seen them before. I can't play Switchman. And here we go. The Colossus is finally out.
Boom.
Going to do a lot of damage there. Boom. Hit him again. 12 damage on Crovey. Still has 44 health. Maybe we'll see a shield battery to end this turn. He's got 2 mana, and we are indeed.
This is going to give Tanner 6 armor. So Tanner's sitting at 13, and Crovey's sitting at 44. The thing that's scary about this is the Colossus does a lot of damage, but he only has 4 HP.
Yeah.
So even though that was a really good board wipe condition, it really depends on if Crovey has enough in his deck to build something back up now that he's been wiped.
We're going to watch another thing with the Death Rattle here. 2/2. Can't do anything. Maybe we're going to see another spell here. Here we go. The big old robot.
It summons a copy.
Oh, yeah. And this, I mean...
The Colossus is off the board. I think the reason Tanner was hesitant with the Colossus is he knew something like this was hiding. The other thing is both of those cards have Taunt. One of them has Divine Shield, and they both, I believe, have Lifesteal. So that's tough.
Yeah, this is just an unfortunate circumstance here.
Oh,
finally,
it's a
back!
photon cannon. It's not a Protoss cannon. It's a photon cannon.
Yeah.
It's not a Photos. We combine the words, but we were there.
My bad. Tanner. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a question mark. One of these got to do something here. Gonna go with the Chalice. Freeze one.
He's going to freeze the Divine Shield one, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the other one, because he gets a copy. All right, so they're both frozen.
Got 22 shield. I'm just hoping we don't see any more of these leeches. Otherwise, Tanner's health pretty much going to get cooked.
Yeah, I mean, Krovi's HP is back up to 50.
Oh, no.
There's another leech right there.
Wow, it's just like when I say green shells and more.
And then there's 2 more leeches and the thing that also makes them steal more health. Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Luckily for us, Krovi can't use that stack anymore. But Tanner now down 1-2 after winning that first game. We're going to have to watch him come back here. And look, this deck just hasn't worked here in our first 2 games that we've seen it.
Yep. So
Maybe we'll get a switch here, perhaps.
Yeah, we're flipping over to the arena cam here. You can see Tanner now mid-game talking to Coach Andrew out there, looking at what they're going to do next, talking about this next game here. And it looks like they're actually going to go right into it. So we're going to see a Paladin on Paladin matchup here. Tanner is now playing from behind. Oh, that's the deck that he lost
with game 1.
It's true. It is true. So now he's playing with that same Paladin deck again. Tanner switching to his own Paladin. He's just not getting value out of the Protoss Mage.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
With the way that the meta has shifted, that deck is actually slightly out of favor right now. Tanner rocked it twice because that is objectively the deck that he feels the most comfortable using. But I think he's realized it hasn't worked for me 2 times in a row. It's time for a change. So we're going to see this Paladin on Paladin action. And they both, I believe, didn't they both protect their Paladin decks before the match started? So now we're seeing them both play with the deck they protected.
Yeah, and this is going to be here. The big decks for both players. They are coming out. Hopefully, Tanner can take this one home. We got a little bit of interesting creature. We got Relentless Wrathguard, Deep Space Curator, and a little cool dragon guy, Bronze Explorer. I mean, he's looking pretty cool. And there doesn't seem to be like a theme to this deck. You know, usually they're all somewhat similar. You saw like futuristic the last deck. Kind of just throwing stuff out there to throw stuff out there here.
Yeah, we'll see kind of how this deck shapes out as it goes, but this looks like more straight up, no cool flavor card, just for some regular stuff.
All right, got 2 1-2s. Oh, that's the classic Hearthstone look.
That is the classic Hearthstone backing on the card there.
Yeah, that's right. Who says I don't know Hearthstone?
We have a banner in the arena with that logo on it, thanks to Tanner.
And, oh, wow. See, something that I've seen Krovi do a lot is attack with his main gun. He's done it pretty much, and it's not like a spell either. Like, he's actually straight up.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's throwing an equipment card on his Paladin and then using that to attack.
Yeah, we've seen that. I don't know if that's like a strategy, but he's been using it to full effect here in our first 3 games. Yes, 3 games. Getting a little, got an artist on the field. Maybe we'll draw something, literally.
It's going to draw a minion and put Divine Shield on it, so he's going to draw a Tigress plushie and Crusader Aura. At least I thought it said Battlecry, draw a minion and Divine Shield it. I could have misread that.
Not sure. We got the artist on the field and our 1-2 still. Looking around. Oh, a 3-3 and the main gun attacking.
Krovi getting a 3-3 minion out on turn 2 or 3. Pretty impressive there. It's also going to have taunt. So again,
that's
dealing with that situation.
Oh, Tanner got some like mega apocalypse card.
Yeah, he got Shaladrisil, but he can't use it for 3 more turns at least.
Oh, Space Pirate. Shout out. That's like Luffy, but in space. Still, kind of just want to. Oh, he's got the plushie on the field.
Yep, it's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, the Tiger plushie's come back to save us.
It's Skrunkles.
Yes, Skrunkles is on the board. Yeah.
Yo.
Shout out to all my Skrunkles lovers. He's in this deck. But Krovi, yeah, he's got those 3 asteroids that do 2 damage at random.
Oh, look at the Skrunkles in the chat. Tiger plushies at NCC.
Shout out. I don't know why he's here, but I'm glad he showed up. He's saving us right now.
I want us to see more of them. He's got another one in his hand, I think.
Yeah,
actually 2. It looks like actually those are different cards. They look the same, but I think those are 2 different cards.
Oh, that one looks like the Pink Panther, but not pink anymore. The second one.
That's true. That's true.
Looks a little silly.
Oh, I can't read. It's Tigress plushie. That's fine. It's still Tiger.
I mean,
doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
Female Tiger plushie. Got a 4-2 down. Oh, yeah, Tanner's starting to cook. Got Taunt, Death Rattle, Mech Demon. That thing is
Morg
massive.
Forge Fiend is a big one. It's gonna have Taunt. It's gonna have 8 HP. You got to chunk through to take it out. And when it dies, it's gonna give Tanner 8 armor. He's thinking about that one here. The Bloodthirst Illusionist is gonna summon a copy of this, and one will secretly die when it takes damage. So that's interesting. Basically, one of them is gonna be a fake card, or he could pull out the legendary Demon Kill Jaden.
I mean, yeah.
Which he does.
I mean, that's like a pretty cool card. I'm not even going to cap.
Yeah, I didn't get to read and see what it does. But again, I also recognize that name for the
and
Warcraft
finally,
lore.
Tanner gets lifesteal of his own.
Yeah, and a Flame Elemental on the board. Tanner's got 4 minions on the board, 29 HP to Krovi's 18.
That was a good turn there. Also, yeah, Skrunkles is definitely in the chat now. We got a lot of those. On the field, Space Pirates. Now the Tar Slime. Yeah, whenever something's got 0 attack, you already know it's good. Wise words from my old man. Little Tar Slime.
It's true. Now, it has Taunt, which means you have to attack it, and I think when you attack it, you get some sort of debuff on your card.
Yeah, just good stuff there from the 0 attacking cards. Metal Detector. Man, we're not looking for coins in the beach. Where'd the Metal Detector coming from? I don't know. As we watch, Divine Shield there.
On his own.
No, Skrunkles is gone.
No. Let's go. We got Mermy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mermy. Man, I miss Skrunkles.
Is that a mummy Murloc? Is that what Mermy is?
I thought it was like a...
We got another
he's back! Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for!
Oh my gosh, that's totally a mummy Murloc. That's crazy.
Shout out to Mummy Murlocs believe out there.
Mermy.
Yeah, Mick Googleplex, he's believing.
Give us your best Murgles in chat from your Murlocs here.
You think, yeah, maybe there's an emote that's a Mermy. I don't know. Krovy did take a lot of damage that turn. Tanner, he's even got the rush on his champion there.
He does. You know, I believe Mermy is a mummy version of Murky, which is like this cute little baby Murloc representative character thing. So I think that's what it is. I don't know what happened to Murky. I don't know why he died. I don't know why he's a mummy.
Unfortunate.
But he's on the board.
Yeah. Divine Shield there again for Krovy. Going to be able to attack with his I keep calling it champion. Is that a decent term? I think so. His champion attack in there.
Yeah. His champion, his hero, his character. I don't know what Hearthstone uses, but we got it. His pally. Magugaplex in chat shouting, I also believe, right? 30-11, spread in 19. Yeah, the Tar monster has Divine Shield and Taunt. We don't love that, but that's fine. It looks like Krovi's got some sort of deck that revolves around drawing a bunch of extra coins for mana. That's interesting. His Metal Detector pulled a couple of them, and then he just pulled, I think, or used, actually.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
My goodness.
Metal Detector. I said it was going to find coins earlier, and there it is, the board wipe. Tanner losing most of his stuff. Mermy, he survives.
Tanner saying how glorious game respect game there. So he's saying, yeah, my friend, that was a good play.
Yeah, shout out Joe Henry. Okay, quickly back to Mermy. I don't know how he survived the great board wipe of 2025, but
just like those
the dogs
we saw earlier.
Yes,
Mermy came back when he died.
Shout out. No one is stronger than Mermy.
Mermy is reborn.
Tanner's got like a big old hammer or something here in his hand. He can finally use the like tree apocalypse looking card.
He can use the tree card. He can use Kill Jaden. So he can use Shaladrisil or Kill Jaden on this turn. He can also use the Ursine Maul, which gives him, I believe that's a weapon. So just like the other guy had the Metal Detector or the gun, I think it's similar with this. We're gonna see another Tigress.
Yeah. Taking him down here, wasting. No, there it is. We got 3-1-1s on the field. Oh, wow. Here we go. Get him, Mermy! Get him!
Mermy goes
yes!
throat!
Yes, he does
damage!
3! Oh, yes. Oh, what a great turn. This has been the best turn I've ever seen in Hearthstone history. 2 and 3 damage with Mermy after taking out some of the minions.
Using the Mixologist to draw another spell card out of the deck.
And things, so do you only get 3 total decks then, right? Depending on your 2 wins? Because with Tanner,
correct.
He were to win this game, he would have to go back to the previous.
Correct.
I see. Okay. Another Mixologist move. Gonna freeze one of the 1/1s. I'm sure that happened at random. Dealing the 1/1s, taking them down. Got a couple of Divine Shields and some Taunts. And now we got the Busy Bot.
And another Tigress plushie on the board.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Tanner taking him down. Get him, Murky!
Mermy!
Get him, Mermy!
There we go!
Yeah! Mermy! Push it to hype game 5. Here we go.
That's the single greatest card in all of Hearthstone, and I will hear no arguments otherwise. Mermy's my GOAT, just like Tanner's my GOAT.
Look, I miss Pop Guard, but Mermy, he's taken a great seat on my right hand. Beautiful stuff. And we are down to our last game here in this regionals match. We have our hype game 5 coming up soon. Yeah, you can see Mr. Reiner. He's thinking. He's cooking in the membranes. What deck does he play? If he has to play the deck from earlier, it's got to win.
He does. So we're gonna see right as we go back into this action once more, we're gonna see that Tanner is rocking his Protoss mage once again. And
Protoss.
Crovy is gonna keep his Paladin
has
deck
to.
that we just saw. He does, yeah.
So wait, this is the battle of the decks that are 0-2. This is insane.
Yeah, both of these decks have gone 0-2. So which one will win here? We'll see. I got my money on Mr. Tanner Reiner. Actually, scratch that. There's no money. There's no betting involved. I got my hopes on Tanner. There's no betting going on. Got to clarify that one for the viewers at home. Don't need me getting slapped by the league here over that.
Yeah, we do nothing of the sort here on stream. I'm just ready to see exactly what we fight here in this hot game 5 that we have here. So hopefully, Tanner going to the regional finals.
So Crovy gets the first turn and immediately throws out a 1/1 minion with Divine Shield and Taunt, but Tanner's spell hits it twice, so first hit takes away the shield, second hit kills it.
I mean, yeah, that's what you're looking for here. 1/1 health. Oh, and he's got Oh, Tanner had a couple of those.
He did.
In the last game.
That's the Paladin's ability. It summons a 1/1 minion called a Silverhand Recruit.
I got you. Oh, got some primordial
Tanner's
soup.
dancing that card around. Think about what he wants to do.
Yeah, shout out to the soup.
It.
Oh, wow. Wait, this is different. We haven't seen any of these.
We haven't seen these come up yet. They were in the deck. So
wow.
He got his Supernova and his Tsunami. Maybe that's going to be the game changer for him because we didn't even see him draw those the last 2 times he had this deck.
I almost thought he was playing a different deck there for a hot second. And then I realized, wait a second, he just hasn't drawn them yet. This could be the difference between the games. Like you said, we don't know.
And he still has his Colossus immediately. I don't know if, that's happened for him every time. I don't know if that's good luck or if the way that deck functions, the Colossus gets drawn early. I don't know.
Protoss.
What did I call it?
No, I'm making sure I'm calling it Protoss.
Protoss.
I'm making sure we get some Protoss cannons this time.
Toss.
Exactly. I'll just remember it here.
Yeah.
Already 3-2. Took the old 1/1 damage. Got a little tide pool here, a little sea breeze, some or another. Again, just kind of looking around. I don't really know. You got 4 mana. Not a whole lot you can do with just 4 mana, but how does he already have 3-2 in his second, third turn? That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, he had a good draw last turn when he was able to throw a minion on the board. Tanner's looking at possibly doing another spell draw here, so he's thinking about maybe doing the Tide Pool Pupil. Thinking about it. Maybe going to throw out the Seabreeze Chalice instead. We've seen Tanner get a lot of value out of this 1-cost spell card here. This is the one that shoots the minions here randomly.
Pretty good, though.
Takes the Silverhand Recruit off the board, gets the other one down to 1.
Could Fireball.
Could Fireball to kill it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, now he's going to do the spell draw.
Yeah. Oh, look at that Seabreeze Chalice, Primordial Glyph. I want to say soup really bad. That's the only thing you can choose from. I'm going to take the 2 damage spell card there, and now we're back onto Krovy's turn. We've seen both of these decks a whole lot. Oh, but this is the first time we've seen the Grill Master.
Draw your lowest cost card, and then it has some Death Rattle ability as well. Watercolor Artist.
Luckily, there's no leeches in this deck. Those are the most annoying things I've ever seen.
It's true. We shouldn't see any of those.
All right, gonna have the Tide Pool Man go take him down for 2 damage.
Tanner draws the Primordial Glyph that he didn't choose to take last turn, so that's good. That's good.
Kind of just waiting here. You got the rush on the. That's not a minion. So, do they become minions at one point? Or?
I don't know because we've seen several of these come out where they don't have a health or a damage value, but they've got the rush icon on them.
Oh, the Wisp is back. The 1/1. And here it is. Seems going to bring out the manager. Do 2 damage. We've seen that card over and over here tonight. Very good card. Very efficient. Doing 3 damage to that shield.
You bet. And
Grill Master.
Crovy also got to pull a coin when he did that, right? So again, this is a deck for Crovy that is all revolving around building up and stockpiling coins so that you can basically bank up mana and fire off something big later in the game.
Oh, also, I do think that that card with the rush on it comes in 2 turns. Because I had like a 1 out of 2 on it.
Gotcha.
But we see the Tar Slimes going down at least. Shout out to the Tsunami.
Yep, Tsunami comes out, gets 3 water elementals that are, I believe, 3/6 cards, and it goes ahead and attacks most of the minions on the board. And then we saw the Grill Master get frozen as well.
Yeah, pretty ironic that the Grill Master gets frozen.
It's true.
Usually you think they'd be on fire or something. And now Crovy just kind of waiting. Oh, he's got some here. Hopefully it's not a board wipe. You never know. I'd be really sad. Kind of just Again, just waiting. What do you do against 3 tsunami tokens? Like you try
want
to get to the
wipe
top
them,
of
but
a
it's
building?
not so
or-
easy when they have 3, 4, 5 health apiece. He gets
it's
his
back, it's
vendor
back!
card. The
We
vendor
have seen
card's
that.
back. We've seen this a couple times.
Looks like he got to draw something. Gets an Amulet of Passions. That's definitely a new card. Oh, and I really like that card. You see what that did, Nate?
Take control of an enemy minion for the turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, and he used it. So I think they both got one. So they both got an Amulet of Passion, and Crovey used it to take control of one of the water elementals.
Oh, he's got a second Colossus. That's why we keep seeing it so much.
There's 2 in the
Yeah,
deck.
he's got a second one.
That tracks.
I mean, can't
okay.
really use it, but he does have this Amulet of Passion. Oh,
Taking over the Grill
we are
Master.
the Grill Masters now.
The Grill Master on the Tar Monster. Let's go.
We are the Grill Masters. Oh, even Cooch is here in the chat. We're all rooting for Tanner here on this hype game 5. He's got the Blizzard. It would kill the Tar Monster at least.
It would, and it would freeze the other one. It would freeze the Merchant.
Primordial Glyph still here. Sea Breeze Chalice. Trying to get and he gets it. 2 random attacks for 1 damage.
Is the spell effect playing? Oh, did he play 3 of them in a row?
You played more than 1, I think.
Oh, he's going to wipe the board.
Boom! Here we go!
3 free damage on Crovey. 4 minions on the board.
And he's frozen. He can't attack next turn.
Oh, yeah. That's forgot. The characters themselves can get frozen by effects. That's awesome.
What would have been really crazy, though, is if your champion got frozen, you couldn't play any cards.
Oh, that would be
broken.
That would actually be broken.
Yeah, let's... Yeah, oh, it's not like that. No way, right? Well, I can't believe that we don't have a broken concept in this game. But he can't attack. He does have 4 attack.
Another Dread Corsair going to summon. Yep, there it is. Got 2 of them.
Yeah, a couple of taunts here. Yeah, doing 2 damage. Just wanting to take him out. And I mean, again, you're right. Call my manager, do 2 damage to the customer. Oh, my goodness.
Crovey playing cards so fast here. I'm not exactly sure what we're seeing here, but it looks like we've got... Oh, one of his Dread Corsairs has Divine Shield. He's going to play Artanis again, so he's going to get his 2 Zealots with Rush, and he's going to turn into Artanis. I just love that flavor there. That's cool. That also makes it so he has a 2 attack ability now instead of whatever he had before, which I think he had the 2 damage Fireball. So,
yeah. Oh, and now he's free to take down either of these pirates. He takes on 1, takes on 2, and here we go.
Oh,
huge damage, and he's frozen. Hammer. Because Tanner had that card last game, that hammer, if you attack with it, gives you your biggest costing card in your deck.
It's true.
But since he's frozen, he still can't attack, and he still can't get it off.
Oh, that is huge.
Yeah, he still can't draw whatever card he's looking for.
Use that hammer, yeah, because when you're frozen, you cannot use that.
Yeah, well, because you have to attack. Oh, and look, his Colossus is 10 next turn, too. Wait a second.
He's going to have 9 mana, though. He's going to have 9 mana.
Oh, I didn't even, I'm not even counting mana.
So he might be able to still get there. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, finally it's here! Oh, we've been waiting for the cannon.
Gonna shield this one. Gonna hit for no damage because of the Divine Shield. Then he's
Boom,
gonna hit for 6. Then he's gonna hit for 3. Then 3. Crovey's down.
Photon cannon! We finally have the Photon cannon here! This is why we've been waiting!
Tanner's going to the regional championship.
Let's go!
He just punched his ticket to the national playoffs. Let's go!
Game 5, that's how you do it! And I mean, this is crazy, right? We've been watching and waiting for the Photon Cannon, and finally it only appears in the clutch. It appears, and oh my goodness, hey, Tanner, moving on to our regional championship to play in the national tournament. This is beautiful!
Absolutely. Getting some love from his teammates out there. Corey came out, Dylan came out, Max came out saying, congratulations, my dude. He's got 35 minutes, and he's got to do it again in the regional championship game. We're going to be here for all of that action.
Yeah, we are coming back.
Don't worry about it. As we go ready to go to break, we're going to keep the stream live. We're just going to go to that intermission screen. You will hear our loud booming voices when it's time to get back into action.
Yes, you will.
But before we go offline here for just a little bit, obviously you guys are here. You're watching Tanner right now.
I know, beautiful. You guys are awesome. Shout out to everybody who's been watching all day. We've had Smash and Hearthstone.
What's crazy about this? Tanner consistently, no matter what, gets the most engagement from any games that we have in terms of chat interaction.
Which is crazy. Who does it better than Tanner? That's what I want to know.
JV, do you remember last year when Tanner was playing in the Hearthstone Division 3 Championship and everybody in the chat turned their profile pictures into Tanner?
I also participated in
that. That was awesome. I was just talking to Andrew about that. One of the things that's so awesome about Tanner, I'll put him back on the screen here for a second, right, is like He's truly like the big brother for everybody that's in this program. He's one of our team managers. He's a fantastic guy. Gets along with everybody, and nobody gets as much love from the other people on the team as Mr. Tanner Reiner. Right? I think everybody just universally loves the guy. We love him. We're really excited and proud that he's going to be making it to that regional finals here in just a little bit. And again, really quickly here, he's going to be playing it again at 9. And then Ryan and Roby, they play their first playoff games on Thursday. It says 6, but again, 6:45, because both of those guys are the number 1 seeds in Central Group 1 and Central Group 2, earning themselves a bye in the first round.
Yeah, we're just too good out here.
I know, yeah. Roby went completely undefeated, going 12-0.
That's insane.
Ryan, for whatever reason, had to play 2 more games in a season. I don't know why. But he did, and so he's 12-2, but he did secure the number 1 seed, and so we will see them on Thursday. And we'll be back in 30 minutes for Tanner. Don't go anywhere. Real quick shout out. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors that make
shout
things
out
like this happen. Marshalltown Company, Hellberg's Jewelers, Marshalltown Chamber of Commerce, and Mechdyne. If you are interested in showing your support for our esports program and our students, then reach out to me and we can get something going. But we're going to go ahead and mute our mics, and we will be back with you guys here in about 30 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here, JV, for not the play-in match, or not the first round, but we are here for what match exactly?
Yeah, we're here for the regional championship.
The regional, did I hear that right? The regional championship?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident you heard that right. It is the Premier Series regional championship here for Hearthstone.
And if I'm correct and can do very simple math, that also means our banner count for the season is guaranteed to be at least 1.
Yeah, bring it back up here. We get at least one more banner now that the Tanner Reiner. Yeah, we're going crazy in the chat. Yeah,
I mean, he has had so much engagement. Like, the chat has even been popping off in the 25 minutes that we've been waiting here, right? So we have some new messages in chat. We got Better Sneeze here. We've got Jay Reyes in here. We've got over on the YouTube chat, we got Coach Sproggs in there, right? We got everybody.
Everybody's here.
They're showing their love for Tanner, our GOAT here. So here's a little bit of context on this match, right? Regional championship game. Tanner is playing Jelly from Salt Lake Community College. Now, Tanner did play Jelly in the regular season and lost 1-3. That's okay. Salt Lake Community College has a storied history with both StarCraft and Hearthstone. Their head coach is a guy named Jeff Sosa. I work with Jeff a lot in competition committee, have a lot of respect for that program. And the reason they are so good and so passionate about both of those games is because Coach Sosa himself is an old hand at both Hearthstone and StarCraft. Coach Clan and Andrew was talking about how Jeff Sosa, as a player, has a lot of gold-plated characters in Hearthstone.
Oh, wow.
And to do that, you have to win 500 games on that character.
No, you're kidding me.
And he's got it for just about every class in the game. So that man has played an awful lot of Hearthstone, which you got to respect. Game, respect, game.
Oh, my goodness. No,
so,
I'm never getting anywhere near there. That's actually the most impressive thing.
No, and if you think about it, like, right, if at that level of play you're looking at about a 50-50 win, then you're probably playing 1,000+ games on that one deck.
I barely have 1,000 hours of Smash on my Switch, let alone 1,000 matches of Hearthstone. That's actually crazy.
Yeah. So respect to that guy for knowing what he likes and coaching a program that specializes in Hearthstone.
Nate,
and
we got another subscription with Prime.
Taco Detonator.
Months. Shout out Taco Detonator.
Saying, I love Tanner Raw.
I agree with them. I agree with you. Tanner Raw in the chat right now. Here we go. I'm excited.
That is
right. A regional championship. Oh, it's coming underway. I am very excited.
And not only this, right? Not only are we playing here for the regional championship, Tanner has already punched that ticket to the national tournament next week. And so he will be playing again. At this point, he's just playing for placement, right? Obviously, you want to go in as the number 1 seed. That's better for your postseason experience. But he is guaranteed a spot to go there no matter what. So he will be playing in the national postseason next week, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. We have seen, well, I personally was in a regional championship one time. I did not get the win, unfortunately. Tanner, he's going to rewrite my loss here tonight. I did not play against someone from Salt Lake Community College, though. I did not do that. Shout out.
You did not. You did not.
Yeah, shout out. But
I don't think Salt Lake plays Madden.
No, I don't think so.
Shout out to Salt Lake as well for being one of the few schools kind of on that western half of the country that competes in the NJCAAE.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of schools out there, but the ones that do, they're all good. I mean, every school's got, somebody who's cracked at something.
It's true. Sure. Speaking of people that are cracked at something, why don't we take a look at our playoff games for the week? So obviously, we're watching Tanner's championship match right now for these regional Premier Series playoffs. Thursday at 6 o'clock, we are going to have our Mario Kart D1 playoffs. Ryan and Roby taking the number 1 seeds in their respective groups. Ryan going 12-2, Roby going 12-0, losing no games his entire set, which is fantastic. And so they will be playing, and they have to make top 2 in their group to go to the national tournament next week. So that competition is going to be quite tough for both of them, but if there's anybody who can do it, it's those two. So we'll be having that on Thursday. We also had some phenomenal, the Smash season wound down tonight. The regular season did. And so this guy right next to me finished his season 7-0 in his group, losing no matches, which is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
And then teammate Isak Rangel, our Hirio, also finished 7-0 in his group.
Yeah, shout out.
A lot of MCC players, once again, making it to playoffs for Division II Smash. So that's something wonderful to see here. Love to see that. Going into the postseason, I think Smash will be feeling better than we've ever felt going into postseason.
I mean, yeah, Smash specifically, right? We played earlier tonight, but we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. We got a lot of great talent going to the playoffs. Top 4 from each region, respectively, going in, and we got a good number of people going. So I mean, I'm just hoping we make a splash, right? 24 people make it in. We got a couple of them, so we're just at least looking to go as far as we can go. Really.
Yeah. The math is good for us with, I think it's 4 or 5 players making it into that tournament. So that's phenomenal out of the 24. And Smash historically has some of the largest participation in the entire league. Hundreds of players at each level of competition. So making that top 24 cut in and of itself is a huge accomplishment here. So it looks like Tanner and his opponent Jelly from Salt Lake Community College are going over their deck and ban lists right now. And so they've both shared their decks with one another, and Jelly gets to do the first shield, right? So they get to protect the deck. So I was talking to Andrew about this in the intermission between games. They have 4 decks in their list. They protect one, and one gets banned, and that is why in our last match we ended up seeing all of the other decks because we forced a game 5.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
So Jelly went ahead and shielded his Death Knight, and Tanner says, I think I'll do the same.
Yeah.
So interesting. Last game we saw both of them shield Paladins. This time they're both shielding a Death Knight.
Yeah, it seems both of these guys really want to play this Death Knight deck coming out here in this regional finals. Not actually sure what's in a Death Knight deck. We did see Crovey play Death Knight last game, I'm pretty sure. That was the one that he...
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did play that, and I think that was game 4. Okay.
Yes, and that was a phenomenal deck. He did lose to Tanner, but it was looking good.
Yep.
So.
And Death Knight historically and most Hearthstone meta is very strong, so I'm sure the Death Knight decks these two have got cooked up are also going to be strong decks that we're going to see. Also got to shout out one of the highlights that we both had last game. It wasn't in a Death Knight deck, but Tanner ran a deck, and man, it had this card.
Oh, no way. Card. No, you can't be doing this.
I'm bringing it up right now, right?
The best card in the whole game?
Mermy.
Oh, shout out Mermy! Shout out Mermy. Best card to ever exist in Hearthstone, probably ever. Outside of Pop Guard, we don't see Pop Guard anymore.
No, but we do see Mermy, right? So those of you that don't know, Mermy is a Murky. It was a baby Murloc, and I don't know, something happened. He died. He's a mummy now. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So he came back, and Mermy wrecked shop a couple games ago.
It just kept gaining attack points.
Yeah, and it also got reborn once, right? Because the mummy card died and came back right away.
Really didn't really die.
And not killing that card was a mistake.
I mean, yes, look, hopefully nobody realizes you got to take down the Mermy. But shout out to all of our Mermy players.
I want to see the Mermy again. We'll see if it happens. Exactly. We also saw, and you guys can get excited with us in the chat if it happens this time. Tanner ran a deck that had a bunch of Tigress plushies.
That's right. That was awesome. We got to see Scrunkles.
We did. We know something about Tiger plushies at MCC, and so we actually have a Tiger plushie emote. And so if you guys are subscribed to our Twitch channel, you get access to channel exclusive emotes. And actually, I think Scrunkles, the emote, the plushie, he's actually the freebie. So anybody who follows the channel gets Scrunkles for free, even if they aren't subbed. But the other ones do come from subbing to the channel. That comes free with your monthly Twitch Prime subscription. And so that is going to give half of that sub to the program for scholarships and other things like that. So please show your love that way. We had like 4 or 5 different people sub during Tanner's stream last time.
Yes, that
phenomenal.
was awesome.
Looking at a little bit of an update here as we wait, it looks like the bans have also come out. So Jelly bans Tanner's Paladin. We saw Tanner get a lot of value off that Paladin in the last match. So probably not what he's looking for, but that's fine. And then Tanner retaliates by banning Jelly's Warrior deck.
Yeah, I mean, Tanner did that last game too. Seems not wanting to play against Warrior decks tonight, it seems.
I understand that. And it looks like things are going to be kicking off here in just a second. So we're watching our screen. We will flip over to the game as soon as we see them hop into the lobby. So this grand finals, which you can see across the top, is going to be a best of 5, just as the last game was. And so it is the first player to win 3 of these Hearthstone games. We are also rocking a massive 10-minute stream delay. That way nobody can stream snipe Tanner's cards and play off of that. You would not want that. And so we are looking through Tanner's perspective directly with the streaming software that we have. The other mercy with that, guys, is normally when we're rocking the Hearthstone Spectator client, which we might do next week, we could hover over cards and we could read them and we could learn what they do. But we're at the mercy of whatever Tanner's doing on his computer. He knows what these cards do, so he reads them for half a second and flips off of it. And if you blink, you miss it. That's okay.
We will do our best to make sure we're trying to get as many cards as we can read.
Yeah, but you know what? There's really only one card that matters, and it's Mermy, so we're doing that one to show up.
I'm hoping he comes back. I'm praying that he comes back.
But we neither one of us have an extensive amount of Hearthstone knowledge. So if you're sitting here saying, I don't know what's going on in this game, that's fine. We got you. We'll make sure that you guys are following the action. The biggest thing you need to watch out for is how many cards are on the board for both of our players, as well as how many health points do each of them have. Once your health points reach 0, you are out.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! For anybody that might know that. If you run out of cards, you just take damage. You're not just like the game does not just end.
Yep, and actually, we had a clarification in the chat we should probably issue, which is what do you mean by a 10-minute delay? So what that means is what you guys are watching right now, seeing us on your feeds, is actually happening 10 minutes in the past.
What? Wait, we're like traveling in time?
Yeah, so Tanner could have actually already won game 1 by now. You guys don't know that.
We don't even know.
We don't even know that. Yeah, and that is just, again, that's just a measure to preserve the competitive integrity, and it looks like they are rolling into their game. Ooh. So what we see here is we see Jelly rocking his Death Knight deck right out of the gate.
Really?
And
Just going to instantly pull that, huh?
Tanner brings back his Protoss Mage, which we saw 3 different times in the last game.
Look, I mean, that is how we ended Game 5 in the last round. Finally, the Protoss cannon. I'm saying it right. Came out of the woodworks in order to give Tanner that win. Also, yeah, big shout out to Hardy's Wi-Fi talking about JP Pan in the chat. You guys are too kind.
Look, we couldn't sit down for this one. We had to stand up. This is a championship match, and we can't do that sitting down, so.
No, sir. We got to be standing up. We got to get crazy here as Tanner. Oh, going second, getting the coins. Going to track up. And, that was really interesting earlier is when Crovey had the metal detector and he kept getting coins.
He did.
Because I said something. I was like, oh, what's he going to do? Get coins with that? And then he actually did.
So we'll see if that happens again. So Jelly opening here by getting 2 1/1 minions on the board immediately with his opening turn.
Man, ants are crazy, man. They be lifting crazy stuff. I hope that we don't see that.
And then we see him get a ghoul out on the board, going directly for Tanner's life points, taking 3 damage there. That's going to be fine here. Tanner gets one of his photon cannons.
Wow, it's back already. I didn't even have to ask for it. Oh, he's got 2 of them. Man,
he does have 2 of them.
Yeah, wow, I did not realize.
He's going to spend his turn using a fireball to take out one of those minions. His life points are going to be open for grabs. That's fine.
Yeah, I would expect him to take a lot of damage. And he's got at least 1 on him. And there it is. Yep, 26 health still for Tanner after 2 turns.
Pulls out a Seabreeze Chalice. That was a clutch card for Tanner last round. The Seabreeze Chalice does 2 random damage to minions. And then I think it has 3 charges per card. And so we've actually seen him use it back to back to back before.
Yes, we haven't seen that.
Ooh, he used Primordial Glyph to go find a spell. So he's got an option between Burn Down, Fireball, and Oasis Ally.
That Fireball, that's kind of crazy.
He
just
pulls
does
the Fireball.
6 damage.
Yep, 6 damage for 2 spell cost.
And here we go. Yeah, oh, wow. Going to take down the 2/2 there. Going to have the ability now that it has been destroyed and sent to the graveyard. We don't really know. He seems to have drawn something afterward.
Yeah, it did look like there was some sort of Death Rat ability where he drew something. He's going to draw 2 cards here. We're going to see those leeches, man.
Oh, no, not the leeches. Oh, man, the problem, not the problem, just the annoying thing about the leeches is that they can avoid shields. So they're just and nomin there on Tanner's life force.
And I believe it's life steal for Jelly here because we saw Tanner's HP drop by 2 and Jelly is up to 32 health.
Oh, wow, that is silly.
So a total of a 4-point swing. The leeches both gone there. Again,
that's random.
That's random damage, and it's been, oh my gosh, it's working out for him every time. This thing
How does this
not
man
miss.
keep doing it? I just don't know.
All right, that's a clear board.
Hopefully we don't see any more of these leeches. I of course I see them. There's like
there will be billions of them, man. They're going to be everywhere.
Goodness.
But hopefully this means that on Jelly's next turn, he has some minions that go to sleep. They can't do anything on their first turn. Most cards in a game like Hearthstone, they go on the board and then they're active the next turn after.
Oh my goodness! I need to stop saying something.
Yep, and here's Morbid Swarm. So we're going to get 2 more ants, and all of a sudden there's 4 on the board, and he gets 2 more health that he takes from Tanner. So again, that's a 4-point swing, 34 to 21.
Yeah, and I mean lots of bugs to start. See, it seems like he's got a bug-themed deck, perhaps. Primordial Glyph maybe does get to pick a spell card, and reduce its cost. So he gets to play any of these for free. That's kind of clutch.
Yeah, so he's going to get Malfunction, Divination, or Frostbolt, and with the spell cost going down by 2 for each of these, that should become a 0-cost spell.
What is he choosing to use? I'm just thinking here.
Interesting with Malfunction. If your deck has no minions, you deal extra damage. He's going to get a free Frostbolt. You're going to take out one of the leeches. Again, the thing that's crazy about those is not only are they doing 2 damage, they're also giving that other person health, and so it's a bigger swing than it looks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you just take damage, that's like one thing. But now that your damage that you are taking is sent to the other player, that's going to get really annoying really fast. We already see a 13 health lead, so you guys can see it for yourselves. as this new card coming up. Seems he's got a lot of smaller cards, but this time the Hideous Husk with 2 more leeches. I mean, I didn't even say anything this time. Disgusting.
No, Tanner's got to look for a board clear here. Otherwise these leeches are literally just going to sap health from him and feed it back to Jelly.
Yeah, if only we had if we had the Blizzard right now, that'd be really good. Because
the Blizzard would be clutch. Maybe we're going to see it come out with the Tide Pool card here.
It does allow him to discover a spell again.
But I think it only allows him to discover a spell that's 3 cost or less, and Blizzard by standard is 6.
Yes.
Yep. He's going to use the Fireball on one of the Husks here.
Interesting play. Going to do 6 damage there. Still 2 leeches, still 2 ants. Got the Tide Pools again. Can we get something good here?
Deal 4 damage to a random enemy. So here's the cool thing that we didn't really get to see a lot of in the last match. But the way the Tide Pool card works, got a shield battery, is it goes dormant like that where it can be destroyed. But when he plays another spell, the Tide Pool reopens and he can play it again.
Yep, big laser there. Going to take down one of the leeches. But again, those shields going to do nothing in the wake of those leeches. Tanner did, I think he got no, he's still at 15 health here.
Yep, 15 health, 6 shields.
And this is, it seems that a Jelly running a lot of, a spam right now.
Yeah,
able
definitely
to put
running
a lot
kind
of
of an
these,
aggro deck.
low minions, but they'll kill everything since there's so many of them.
Airlock Breach, summon a 5/5 undead with Taunt.
This is
and
mighty
it gets a copy.
unfortunate.
Again, for those of you guys that aren't familiar with Hearthstone, when a card comes on the map and it has that shield icon around it, that means it has Taunt. That means instead of you being able to attack your opponent directly, you're forced to attack the minions with Taunt first.
Yes. But hold on. The Sleet Skater does freeze things.
And he's going to freeze one of these Taunt minions, so that's powerful. And then every time you play the Sleet Skater, you get another copy of the Sleet Skater in your deck.
All right, yeah, we're going to see here the 5/5 Taunt cards going to be frozen. Still have to watch out for the leech.
Tanner all of a sudden sitting at 14-14, though. That's going to be a big swing.
Exactly. 49 to 28 overall health. Still a disadvantage for Tanner, but luckily with this shield, he buys himself a little bit more time.
You bet. And the 2 5/5 minions he was worried about attacking him aren't going to be able to do anything this turn. The Void Ray is going to come out and get a shield on it, which means that he's going to get a free attack on one of these minions here. The Divine Shield negates all damage for the first hit, and now you'll see that shield is gone from the Void Ray.
Exactly. And that's really good. It's like you get to attack something twice pretty much for only half the cost. Just buy one, get one free out here and attacks. As Tanner, again, we're just awaiting Jelly's next move. And I'm not really sure, right? They have 8 mana. You would think they can conjure something crazy.
I like how Tanner just keeps spamming the little, so again, these boards, they don't do anything, right? But he's clicking the buttons and whatnot. He keeps flicking the lever at the bottom, which shoots a laser at the other guy. It's not actually doing any damage.
No.
It's just kind of like almost like a little fidget thing you can do while you're waiting for your opponent, right?
Oh.
We talked about this last game compared to a lot of other games we play where the pacing's incredibly fast. This is more of a thinking person's game, right? You get the 60-second timer for your turn. And so you really just get time to think about your moves, set up what you're going to do in the next couple of turns. We do see a minion come out on the board for Jelly here. We see the dogs coming out.
Oh, no, because that dog revives.
That dog does revive, just like our friend Mermy revives.
Yeah, and now, again, we're going to watch Jelly. He's on the offensive. He brings up the toy-snatching ghoul there.
And it does look like that's going to allow him to pull a card out of his hand here. If Tanner can hold on for 1 to 2 more turns, his Colossus could potentially wipe the board.
Yeah, but stealing that health, and it doesn't even steal from Tanner directly. It also steals it from his minions, as we see. 50 health now here on Jelly. And I got a couple of cards here. Doesn't have enough mana for his Colossus, which pretty much is going to wipe everything.
You bet. Now, that is down to a 10-cost card, which is good. That means in 2 turns he will be able to use it. Tanner has to live through those 2 turns, and there's a potential of 2, 7, 12, 13 damage on the board. That's going to take one of those minions down to 1. He's going to summon this, get the Resonance Coil. He's going to get a minion here as well. He's going to use this to take that one out, take that one out. So now that damage on the board's down to 3. That's looking a little bit better. Now the Leech does have the opportunity to keep stealing health, I believe, from Tanner.
Yeah, so instead of 3, it's actually 5. I guess not on the shield, just the Leech on the health. So I guess it's still 2. But as we see the Chunkles in the chat, Tanner, my beloved. Yeah, he's going, hopefully he keeps going crazy. And we are 10 minutes into the future, so we'll get there eventually.
It's true. All right. Again, Jelly with 5 minions on the board. There's 2 more leeches. Are the leeches taking health every turn or just the first time they're out?
No, it's when they attack.
Oh, okay.
So
I
like
got you.
instead of attacking somebody,
they're stealing.
yes.
Yep. Deal 5 damage to a minion. Gain 6 armor. Your next Protoss spell costs 2 less. Okay.
So well, hold on. Yeah, it'd only be worth 8, but that's still not enough. It would be 10
7
total, and he has 9. Still has to at least wait 1 more turn.
Okay, he's going to deal 5 damage to the Husk, gain a random Protoss spell, going to get Construct Pylons, which means your next one costs 2 less, and it's free. Oh, he is so close, because that's going to get him to an 8-cost Colossus. He can't quite do it.
Yeah, this is just, we're so close.
But next turn, we should see the Colossus come out. Now, it looks like the Jelly has 2, 3, 5 damage on the board, plus the Leech. 2 Leeches, actually.
Yeah, a lot of damage on the board right now. He is going to play and do a couple of damage.
Arcane missiles.
But yeah, still 3 minions to none. I mean, if there's enough leeches, this could be over, but we'll have to see. Hopefully we don't see anymore. But every time I keep saying that, we keep saying that.
The Caster's Curse, man. Not only do we see that Tanner has a shield battery, he now has 2 Construct Pylon cards, which again just further reduce the cost of his Protoss minion or his Protoss spells. Which I believe Colossus does count for that.
Yeah, honestly, this next turn, we're kind of hoping that Jelly in this case, brings out some crazy stuff.
Right, because I believe,
there
it is.
Oh, snap!
Because the Colossus does 6 damage twice.
Yeah, so hopefully this is the turn they bring out even more things. Yeah, this is the one time I need you to bring out more things, Jelly. Yeah, go ahead, bring out a 3/3. Bring out a third 3/3.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you just gotta live. He'll take 4 from the leeches.
Tanner's sitting at a grand total of 15 to 58. That's a huge swing, but he could pull out the Colossus. Are we going to see it?
All right, here we go. We have the Construct Pylons. It would wipe everything, but does he want to save it?
Also, Colossus is going to deal 7 damage to every minion twice. So I wonder if there's an effect that causes it. There he goes. Now it's going down to 8. Here comes the Colossus.
Boom!
It's a 9/4 card. It says 8 damage to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Boom!
16 health off the board for Jelly. His board's entirely wiped. He pulled the Colossus back in his hand!
And he Protoss things too!
Oh!
Wait, so that's a huge turn!
The Colossus cannot be destroyed. Jelly knows that he's going to be able to pull it out again. So what does he do? Does he try to build up another?
And look, he's going to take, 14, 16 damage next turn too, because it hits even the champion.
Yeah. Or does Tanner hold on to the Colossus and say, all right, you build that field back up, and I'm going to wipe it again. So I don't know what he's going to play here. He can play some mind games.
Oh, right? He's doing it again. He's got the other 8/8. He's just going straight at it. He's not worried about us right now.
Going right for the throat. Maybe he's trying to bait the Colossus out here and try to get it to come out once more.
I mean, it would be smart. Oh, he's got the Gnome Muncher here, 5/6.
It's got taunt and lifesteal. Tanner, is he going to rock the Colossus again? What do you think?
I mean, he has another Construct Pylon or whatever it was.
Pylons. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just like a football. Here we go. He could do it. He's thinking about it.
He's thinking, all right.
He's doing it.
Oh, and he's doing it. Colossus.
Bang! Oh,
it does 9 damage. I think the Colossus gets stronger every time you play a Protoss spell.
Oh, wow.
So that's a swing of 18 health. Look at that. 15 plus 6 is 21 to 29. Another clear board. Now, the Colossus might go down. That's okay. This guy's done his job.
I mean, yeah, we just watched, 18 and then 16 and we put that together.
Yeah.
That's a 34 damage swing on Jelly, which is insane. The fact, what's even more insane than doing 34 damage is living 34 damage easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still has 29 health.
Had they had their base health at the start of the game, he would have been wiped out in those 2 turns. But getting up to, I think he had 50 or 52 health at one point.
Oh, yeah, it was quite a bit. So, and again, right, unfortunately for us, if there are 2 leeches, not only does he gain 4 health, but he would kill the Colossus. But he's used like 12 of these things.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more he can keep bringing back.
So here's the nice thing, right? The Colossus has 4 health, so it is kind of in danger.
Uh-huh.
But Tanner has a Blizzard on deck, right? So once again, if this guy tries to get the board going, Battle Cry, attack all other minions, okay? So the Colossus is out, but this thing is down to 5 health. The Blizzard can at the very least freeze it. With his Sea Breeze Chalice, it goes random minions, but there's only 1 minion on the board, so it's going to hit it twice.
And there's Arta.
And he got his Artanis card, which is going to turn him into Artanis and then give him 2 Zealots with Rush. I mean, I'm not so worried about this guy this turn. Now, he does have a Death Rattle ability, which I don't know what that's going to do. But that means that once this card gets taken off the board, it's going to do something scary.
Yeah, we're kind of just waiting.
And
here.
it's also
this
kind
is a
of
really important turn here, Nate.
Yeah, this is going to be a pivotal turn for the rest of this game. I don't know why that card's flashing gold. Again,
Maybe it's a cosmetic. Maybe he's just got the greatest card ever.
Yeah.
I surely hope it's just a cosmetic. You never know. And he's thinking, he is plotting right now here in just game one.
Right, he's going to go with the Artanis card. That's going to give him 2 Zealots with charge. It's going to turn his hero ability into this Artanis blade. He's going to, I think, go
unless he uses his chalice.
He could.
But I don't know
if he uses the chalice, then he only has to...
Oh, the twin blades!
He's divine shield. He's going straight for the throat. He doesn't care.
He also has the divine shield on both people, too.
On his health and one of his minions. Oh,
wait a second.
Huge.
This is a huge turning point. He's done 6 damage, and now he's looking.
Tanner's finally in the lead in terms of HP now. 22 to 28. Or sorry, 22 to 26.
Yeah, shout out to 2 different Colossuses that, helped us get there. And again, yeah, just going to do 6 damage. Takes 3 in return, but, 6-2 plus a divine shield. I just don't know. If Jelly doesn't do anything else here, I'm going to be almost kind of confused.
And I'm pretty sure that divine shield spell takes effect until damage is done. So I don't think he's going to lose that at the start of his next turn. We'll see when it flips over, but I'm pretty sure he keeps that until he gets attacked.
I am interested to see.
The Headless Horseman, destroy the enemy minion with the most attack power. Okay.
Does it get blocked by the shield?
Does it go through the divine shield? I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out.
It does indeed.
Okay.
That's fine.
Honestly, a very, very smart move there from Jelly, knowing that it's just going to go through there. And now he is indeed the Headless Horseman.
Now, is he going to attack Tanner and take out the divine shield?
Yes.
He is. He's going to use the pumpkins, and then he's going to hit him for 6. Oh, he didn't.
No, because remember, he had the divine shield up.
He did, but I thought his card was going to attack after that.
Oh, no. I think that just attacked once, not twice. It at least looked like that to me. Right. So Blizzard would kill here, but I just don't know how effective that would be.
Yeah, that's a 6-cost card to take off a minion. He could also use Seabreeze Chalice to go 2. That will be a 1-cost kill on this card. Probably going to be what we see Tanner do. Tanner could also use his 2-cost attack and just take that minion off the board as well. But actually, that would mean he's going to take damage from attacking him. So I don't know that we're going to see that. So I don't know.
We're kind of looking. Also, shout out to...
And I think one of the things we're seeing here is we're really trying to avoid that death rattle. Like, Tanner hasn't killed that thing for a reason.
Tanner probably does, but we do not indeed know what that is. Also, just want to give a quick shout out. Jeff texting this in the chat right now.
Shout outs to our boy Jeff.
Yeah.
One of the greatest casters you've ever had at MCC, right alongside this guy standing right next to me.
Hey, that's true.
And we got another talented caster right behind me and another one over that way.
All right, here we go. Massive turn now. It seems he's taken.
The Death Rattle ability gave Jelly a Colossus. That's not great.
No, it's not.
But the Colossus is frozen, so Tanner saved that Blizzard for the right moment.
Oh, and he's got the Void Raid going to take the Colossus.
It gets 0 value. Did it even attack him when it came out?
No, because it was frozen. There was no way he was going to do anything. However, Jelly does have the pumpkins. We got to watch out for those. Frozen here is his minion that he stole from Tanner. Huge was. Oh, and would you look what's in Tanner's hand right now, Nate? Would you look to see what came back? That's right, his second Colossus card.
Is that going to be 3 Colossi in one game? Ooh, what does that guy do?
I don't know. I'm really nervous.
Oh,
I'm nervous, sir. I'm nervous, sir. Wait, but the Colossus.
They have taunt.
If he can live, it'll get so much
Colossus
value.
Is gonna wipe the board.
He will get a lot of value here.
Okay, so now we see, the Colossus is going to be clutch here, right? Because look at Jelly, 36 HP, a ton of damage on the board. Tanner potentially 612 plus 5, 17. He's not quite going to die, but it's going to be like 1 HP if he doesn't stop this push.
Yeah, the pumpkins coming in, going to do. He has 17.
I think when he throws the pumpkins, he's also getting a card draw as well.
Tide Pools is back. Here we go.
All right.
We can see a lot of damage here. Is it going to happen?
11 damage twice. That's going to be 22 damage on Jelly.
Boom!
1.
Come on, do it again. Oh, yeah, come on, Tanner.
And then he shielded it!
Let's go. He's got 1 more. He's down to 13 health. Colossus and him both have divine shields.
From 11 to 9. I don't know what exactly caused that, but 2. I mean, now the Colossus isn't going to get 2 hits.
No, it's because he played the armor, and so it gives the Colossus another attack post.
That's true.
And he did it more than once because he has so much health. That's why it's at 11 now instead of 9.
Gotcha. So the Colossus alone won't win him the next round, right? But now we're looking at 23 to 13 with a divine shielded Colossus, and his own HP is also divine shielded.
That's true. Not to mention, right? We have whatever this Ancient of Yore is, but the Seabreeze Chalice can do 2 damage just in case he needs it too. Not to mention the Tide Pools allowed him to get a spell, so maybe we can see a good spell too on top of everything we're already doing.
Right,
Oh,
what is Jelly
snap.
gonna do? What is Jelly gonna do? He's
don't
thinking
know.
about this card. It's
Whoa,
we
what
saw
is this?
He's gonna get.
Oh, it's got a black hole! Oh, snap!
Oh,
Top
my
5-5,
Lanta.
2 top 5-5s, plus the pumpkins.
Okay, that's going to give Jelly another
Oh.
spell draw. And now we see 2 5/5 taunt minions on the board. Jelly's up to 24 health. Tanner sitting at 20. That was a swing.
Yeah, no more Colossus here. How is Tanner going to get through here? All of a sudden, the board has been flipped. And Jelly now seemingly on top here. I don't know what he's going to do.
I don't know.
Hopefully some in here, you got the heart of the cards for game 1.
You know,
Can you believe this is only game 1 here, Nate?
Yeah, I know. This is what championships are all about, right? This match is just game 1, and this has been absolutely crazy. If we're seeing this in regionals, what are we going to see next week in nationals? All right,
no idea.
he's placing this card out here. He's going to
freeze all enemy minions, but he didn't take it. Oh, but he's going to make a copy of it. And I think, he gets in and say, what?
What?
Oh, but it costs 0 all of a sudden. I am very confused. Wait, is he going to get the black hole, though? Wait, is he going to get to destroy all minions?
He's going to do it himself.
Oh, snap! Oh, he just took out
Uno reverse card.
And he still got his twin swords, too. Plus Tide
He's going
Pools.
to play Tide Pools. What spells is he
Come
going to
on,
draw?
gotta give him something. Oh, he can
Photon
get...
Cannon. There's a Divination.
He's going to get the photon cannon. Okay, nice. End his turn. That was huge.
He pulled that out of the deck and destroyed it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my goodness. A huge swing of things. I don't know who's going to win. We got Corpse Destruction. Oh, we're going to take a lot of damage. And it's died. Oh, he takes down all 10 health. Jelly continuing here. Gonna play the coin. What are we going to see? Another airlock breach. He gets 2 5/5s again. How many 5/5s can this man get? Plus health back. This is insane. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Tanner's got 20. Jelly's got 34. Got those 2 5/5s with taunt on the board. Tanner doesn't have a great option right now for clearing those things off the table here. I also don't know how many cards each of them has left. It's got to be getting low. So the watercolor artist pulls Blizzard out. That's going to be clutch.
Yep, he's going to freeze them both and bring back the Tide Pools. We can get Frostbolt, Stellar Belts, or Resonance Coil, whatever he chooses.
Deal 5 damage to a minion, you get a random Protoss spell.
He could get shield.
We did see both Colossi come out, right? Both different cards, so he won't get another one of those.
Gonna use his a couple of damage here. Back-to-back Protoss cards here.
Ooh, deal 2 damage to all minion. If none die, deal 2 more.
Oh, that could be clutch, but he's choosing.
No.
He's choosing to freeze. Both of them at 2 health and frozen. 34 to 5 health, or I guess technically 20-ish health. Jelly right now, they're looking for one more turn to win it. Both of them are down to like just a few cards here. Oh my god, I don't know what's going to happen, man.
If either one of them exhausts all of their cards, they start taking HP damage every turn because they can't draw anything. And not only that, but they're out of options for playing cards. So
yeah, the pumpkins take him down to 0 health. He's now going to choose what seems to probably be a spell card of some kind. Still has 8 mana. There's a long ways to go before the end of this turn. He's thinking he got the Geist here.
Yeah, he's going to pull that next Geist card out of here. He's going to draw 3. What's he going to pick? I guess we won't know until we see it come out on the board.
There it is.
Dr. Snitchin', so... Oh, he gets to discover different minions and put them together. Oh, watch this. This is going to be a big play.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about this one here. Turn coming to an end. Jelly obviously doing that on purpose. Chooses a card, and now it is. We got the Youthful Brewmaster, puts a card back in her hand.
Excellent synergy with the Colossus earlier, but no Colossus to be found.
What are we thinking? Oh, gets 2 random damage. Does take out the one that we needed. This does deal 3 damage. Can take out the Snitch. Chooses to take out the... Oh, he has to take out the Taunts.
Yep, he has to take out the Taunts first.
More spell damage here.
Moonfire is going to deal 2 damage. That's going to take the other Taunt off the board. Can he take the other 3 health off the board?
Yeah, he's got 3. Oh, this is a 5/5. They're going to... Oh, and it's got the rush, but it hasn't been summoned yet. He has to wait. Yep. And no mana left. This is unfortunate for Tanner. He's going to have to just take whatever he gives.
And Dr.
Oh, no, the leeches are back. You got to be kidding me.
Oh.
He's got 3 leeches, but they're all slept.
I think...
We need a blizzard date. We need a blizzard.
I don't think it's coming. I think the message is in chat.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great game.
I'll be honest,
Jelly.
I'm not 100% sure just what happened on that last turn, but both of them understood it. Tanner realized his match or his game was done, and that's why he put that message in the chat.
I think he got an ability that let them like go first or something, like the turn they got summoned. But unfortunate there for Tanner. That's just game 1. We have at least 2 more games of riveting Hearthstone gameplay, and I'm actually having a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, me too. And that went back and forth like crazy, right? We saw that Jelly had the upper hand early on. Then Tanner got a convincing lead with that first Colossus card.
What about the other 2?
And then the 2 later on, like Tanner's back was against the ropes. Then he pulls out the double pull Colossus. And I thought, like, okay, this is it. Tanner's got this game in the bag.
No,
not quite.
Jelly now having it. Beautiful. I mean, just great stuff. That's what you expect from the 1 seed of a division. And look, it's just game 1, but Jelly is just showing off right now.
That's right.
You know what was the craziest part about that whole match is when Jelly summoned the like Cthulhu-looking monster, wipes everything, and then Tanner copied it and also wiped everything, and then we didn't know what to think after that. It was all crazy.
And that's Hearthstone, my friend.
Oh, my goodness.
If you look at the chat here, Capitalism also shouts, let's go. Tanner Hardy's Wi-Fi is shouting out Jeff here in the chat.
Out.
And then McGoogleplex says, take it all the way, DPD. I'm not sure what DPD means, but...
Oh, my God. All I know is that this is the greatest thing I've ever witnessed. And we are here for game 2. We are back. Tanner is down 1-0. Jelly with the lead. But things can change. Yeah, we've seen life change. Shout out. As Tanner, I don't think I've...
Tanner's playing on the Hunter deck that he opened the last match with.
That's right.
And Jelly is playing on a Priest deck. We have not seen a Priest come out yet tonight.
No. Oh, and he's got a bunch of those StarCrafts. Shout out to the Zerg.
Yep.
I know the Zerg. I know that's StarCraft. Shout out. And things already starting. He's got a little guy in an egg. Interesting here.
Tanner draws his own egg. Wound Prey. Deal 1 damage. Summon a hyena with Rush. He's going to do 1 damage to this little minion card here. Get a hyena with Rush. Kill it. They're both going to die. That's fine. Board's clear.
All right. Yeah. After 1 turn, we're just gonna wait here. Just kind of chill. Nothing crazy. Oh, we do see the Zergling though with another second Zergling.
Yep. And the way the Zerglings work, I believe, is every time that you play a Zergling, if you have one of the egg cards in your hand, then I think it summons another Zergling for free. And I think that's what we just saw happen.
Oh, that was actually, yeah, I did indeed see that there, right? You played the Zergling with the egg. Got a second one.
And if the Zerg deck works anything like it does in actual StarCraft, then this is going to be like the definition of an aggro deck. You're going to overwhelm them with a lot of really weak cards, try to take them out before they can build up their own win condition. The Priest deck, I don't know if this is also an aggro deck. I don't know if it's more of a control deck. We'll kind of see it play out. Right now, Jelly doesn't have anything on the board, while Tanner has 3 cards on the board, and it looks like he is going to use these all to attack. The other thing, too, is this egg, when it dies, it summons a minion, so something basically hatches from the destroyed egg.
Yes. I mean, this is kind of the start we saw from Jelly, actually, last game, right? Summon off the leeches early, and the other, like, 1/1s.
Yeah.
Seems that things are kind of reversed now.
Indeed, it does. And, when he actually triggered the death rattle on his own minion, there's the 4/4 spider
wait a
popping
second.
out of that.
And it doesn't die either, so it still has its normal effect, too.
It's true. It's true.
Wait, that's actually really smart.
And I think that's an interaction between the card Tanner played and that egg.
Nice,
also,
nice.
is this like a dino or like a dragon priest deck? I mean, both of those cards are like these cute little dinos.
I mean, yeah, we've seen two dinosaurs inside of some presents, and now this dinosaur dragon thing with some flowers on it. Ooh. Doing 4 damage, that's kind of crazy. And now the 3/5, gonna take them down here again.
It is a dragon deck. Illusory Green Wing, Taunt, and Death Rattle. So again, a taunt means you have to attack this card. Shuffle 2, 4, 5 dragons with taunt into your deck. They are summoned when they're drawn. So summon when draw means the second you pull them, they go on the board.
Oh wow!
So you get them for free.
That's crazy sauce.
Now, of course, you're also relying on you pulling them early, and so it may be quite a bit before we see them. But keep that in mind, those of you guys watching at home. We will see those 4 or 5 dragons pop up at some point.
Yep, gonna have another Zergling perhaps here on the board, but I don't know how Tanner's gonna get through the 7/8 taunt. We'll have to figure that out. We got the evolution chamber. Oh, and they're all going crazy. Everybody gets plus, I think it's plus 2/1.
Plus 2 HP, plus 1 attack, I think.
Other way
was
around.
Was it 1/1? Oh, yeah, you're right. Attack's on the left.
But, yeah, still just not really able to do anything towards this mega green dragon here. Tanner gonna have to wait for Jelly's turn here. And, I mean, this is scary, right? It's only 5 mana, but, I mean... I don't know what to expect. The dragons, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. And, Tanner has an option here. A Zergling deck, obviously you want to go straight for the throat. He doesn't really want to go for the taunt card. He could sacrifice all of his minions to take out the taunt card. He doesn't want to leave it on the board for too long. Ooh, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, yeah, it did 1 damage to everything twice.
That was Jelly's turn. And then Tanner just took 7 HP damage right after that.
Yeah, shout out to the terrible chef here. It's pulling up. No, not going to summon the eggs. And what does he do, right? You got a lot of chip damage cards, and all of a sudden you're up against an 8-8 taunt. I mean, not going to lie, that does not seem like a favorable matchup.
An 8-8 taunt with a Death Rattle, and I think it's the Death Rattle that shuffles those dragon cards into the deck.
Just gnarly work here from Jelly. We have a terrible chef on the field. You know, maybe they can cope up something bad, but
Tanner pulls Kerrigan, Queen of Blaze. That is like in the StarCraft universe, she is like the queen of the Zerg. So I don't know exactly what that card's going to do here, but be ready for that. That's going to be a powerful card coming up later in the game. I can see it says summon 2/5 something queens
and then draw
deal a bunch of damage.
something or another's.
Yeah.
Can't see the rest of it there. Down on the bottom of your screen. Yeah, just going to get hit for 8 again. And Tanner with this 12 health now.
Tanner does pull a Hydralisk. That's going to be a little bit stronger Zerg card. He's going to go for the Zergling, going for 2 more 1/1 minions on the board. Then we're probably going to see an Evolution Chamber pop out potentially to evolve those cards. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're going to play the Hydralisk.
All right, here we go. Hydralisk on the field. Going to do a couple of damage, 2 damage each. But again, I mean, yeah,
okay.
Going to have to attack.
He's killing himself because it's going to play the Death Rattle, which is going to pop that egg and turn it into a spider.
Yeah, we'll see what exactly he's going to do here. 6-3, 5-4, not half bad, but against 8-4, and I don't know. Can Jelly just keep attacking Tanner directly?
I think Tanner might lose this turn. It really depends, because there's 8, 11,
I mean,
15.
oh, goodness.
There's 15 damage on the board. Yeah, that's going to be a quick game, too.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. Shout out to Jelly, though. I mean, he is cooking, not going to lie.
Yeah. Now, here's the nice thing, right, for those of you guys watching at home. Remember, once that you win with a deck, you can no longer use it. So the Dragon Priest deck that came out just had a commanding victory. I don't know if that deck is really strong. I don't know if it was a bad matchup in the Tanner's Hunter deck. I don't know. But that deck is gone. We will not see it get used again in this championship match. So that is some good news for our friends Tanner. So one of the things I know about Tanner is he's pretty resilient. He's going to bounce back from that. You know, he's very pragmatic when it comes to playing. He's very logical. And so he's going to go, yeah, you know what? The guy just outplayed me with his Dragon Priest deck. But, you know, we've got a couple games still yet in the chamber, right? This guy never gives up. I believe when he played in the D3 championship last year, he also went down 0-2 before recovering some games there. So
yes.
We've seen the man do it before.
Look, and that's just an unfortunate set of circumstances, right? Game 1 takes forever. I mean, we're talking like massive battles in the trenches, really hard. And then game 2, I hate to admit, but pretty clean cut. Jelly just kind of cooking.
He
and
did.
Just going straight through all the little Zergs. And that was just really unfortunate, right? 8-8 versus 1-1s. Like, not gonna lie, what are you supposed to do about that? Plus, it has taunt. So it's not like we can attack something else and try to get rid of it. I mean, he just went straight for the throat. Jelly, again, with that 2-0 lead, we're going to just see if Tanner can come back, right? He has all 3 decks to go through still. Jelly now with his 3rd. Maybe this is his least played. And it seems Tanner is sticking with those Zergs, Nate.
Yeah, you know what? Again, I really do think I was onto something when I said that maybe it was just a bad matchup into that Priest deck. We did see Tanner cook with the Hunter deck in game 1 in the last match. And so, you know, he's also going to be starting with the Terror Scale Stalker and the Nerubian Egg. That's the thing that we saw trigger the Death Rattle without actually killing the card. So that's going to be a really powerful early on card. He's going to have the spawning pool right away. And so he has a lot of potential in his hand to get a bunch of cards out on the board early, which is how this deck works. And so a lot of those cards he needs to do those plays has now popped up.
Yeah, we are excited to get started here. Game 3 underway.
And we are seeing Jelly playing, I believe that is a Warlock deck this time. In the last game, I thought we were looking at a Warlock deck, but it was actually a Demon Hunter deck. But this is, I believe, a Warlock deck on the board for Jelly.
Officially a Warlock deck this time.
That's right.
Oh, even, like, I know Mario Kart's on Thursday, but if you look in the bottom right of your screen, we have a red show.
It's true.
I'm saying. Oh, wow, wait a second. Are they running... I mean, they're both running the spawning pool.
They both have the spawning pool. We're looking into Zerg on Zerg deck, maybe.
Some Zerg on Zerg action, perhaps. We'll see. Oh no, yeah, this is definitely not. Well, maybe I don't know. We didn't get to see Tanner's full deck last game, so I'm not quite sure exactly what we're gonna find. And yeah, already get it out. You get the 4/4. It could be a strong start. Just have to watch out. The Death Rattling is on both of these cards, so you can't just attack blindly.
And that's the thing that's going to kind of slow down an aggro deck like this, right? Is, yeah, I got a bunch of cards on the board. I could just go attack you right away. But every single time that I take out one of your minions, it's going to do something. And if you look at the board, Tanner only has 1 Death Rattle minion on the board. Meanwhile, Jelly has 2.
Yes, that's right.
Here we go. We're gonna see the Ultralisk
Ooh.
Cavern.
So the Ultralisk, when the Ultralisk Cavern dies, it summons an 8/8 card.
Oh no! Yeah, unfortunately, that is just huge counter to the Zergs that we saw last game. And how does he get it already? I mean, that must not be a very in and of itself is not very strong, but being able to summon an 8/8 is massive.
Yep. I mean, the only trade-off, right, is Tanner knows that card's on the board and he can play around it. And I think, I could be wrong, but you see how it's kind of shielded? It's inactive right now. I think that if he takes it out while it's inactive, it actually won't summon the 8/8. But we'll see. Again, that's a little bit of my lack of game knowledge coming through here, but we'll see. Also, you got some shout-outs on the chat for yourself over there, Jeff.
Yeah, shout out, Jeff. Yeah, some people like to call me the GO. I'm just casting. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, what's really scary, Nate? It's the door's half open. That thing has to be summoned here soon, and I do not like it.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Tanner did a lot of damage, but he has to be able to get all of this damage in before the end of his next turn, as long as all of his stuff doesn't die.
And Tanner potentially has 11 damage on the board.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that card's literally called Table Flip.
What it does, I mean, can't blame him. That's the card you wanted. That's the card you needed. Got it at the exact right time. Great stuff there by Jilly. Beautiful.
Yep. What we may be seeing Tanner do is instead of dealing with that Ultralisk Cavern, he may just try to ignore it because it does not have taunt and just try to go for directly for the life points of Jelly here. The only thing is I don't know if he can give that card taunt or force Tanner to attack it, or maybe he has the ability to destroy it himself.
Oh, yes. I mean, we saw if they're running both similar Zerg decks, right? Tanner already played the card that instantly activates the Death Rattle.
Death Rattle.
So, unfortunately, if that is indeed what Jelly is using, would be kind of unfortunate for us. And now we're going to get double spawning pools here. We're going to get 1/1 Zerglings on the board, but again, they're going to be
inactive for a turn.
Yep.
And it's going to get one of those Zerglings. That's going to make a second Zergling pop up. He's going to do 4 damage. So 29 to 17. Tanner is up, but again, we can see this flip even over the course of a single turn.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that here tonight. 6 damage on the board, total for Tanner. 1 for Jelly. But yeah, I think it might be time. Tanner has to find a way to not kill it and keep all his stuff alive. But another ability does one to everything. And Horizon's Edge, a huge boat coming around. And I mean, this could be detrimental. Yeah, they get cannonballs.
Now,
just destruction.
Thankfully, the 4/4 spider minion's up, but the Zergling is probably going to take it out here. You can see that they're eyeing it. They're thinking about it. Am I going to sacrifice my Zergling? And I am.
I mean, that's just unfortunately for Tanner, that is a smart play. Exactly what you're looking for. And yeah, now you get the double Zergling. You get a Zergling. You get a Zergling. Everybody gets a Zergling.
Check under your chair. You all have Zerglings.
Oh, but look at that huge damage again. That the cannon fire.
The dogs coming back out.
Come on, bring me some dogs. Force Tanner to go to a game 4. We're hoping that happens here. Tanner can get potentially a double Zergling. Plus, he has that evolution egg thing. It just all depends. What is he able to summon on this turn? Oh, man.
Indeed.
Does he have the ability to do 17 damage in one turn?
I don't think he does this specific turn.
I wouldn't think so, but you got to watch out because the cannon fire from Jelly is going to, do a lot of damage to not just his minions, but to Tanner himself.
Yep, Tanner's just thinking about getting some board presence by getting a couple extra Zerglings out there. You know what I see? That those dogs say RC Rampage. Those aren't just any dogs. Those are remote-controlled robot dogs.
Yeah, shout out. And here we go. We're going to get the
charge
on the field.
Huffer has charge. It's a 4/2 beast with charge. Going to do 4 damage. Jelly's down to 9. Tanner's got 24. There looks like a potential of 1 damage on the board from the Zergling. I think it's 3 1 damage cannonballs that will come out from the ship.
Yes.
And whatever Jelly might have in store this turn.
Oh, man. And this could be a big turn for Jelly. If Jelly doesn't, defeat all of Tanner's things.
One of the Zerglings goes down. Huffer, but
okay.
Huffer also took out another.
Wait. He has the thing that gives him +2 attack.
He does.
He does have the evolution chamber. If he can keep both of his things alive,
he might be able to cook this turn. Come on, Hydralisk. Stay with me.
He's got to live.
No!
Goat! Unfortunate there for Tanner. Plus,
and those dogs, that dog will be reborn the first time that it is killed.
If there's any chance RC Rampage can attack the turn it's out,
He got
need
his
it now.
Ultra Scout.
It has to be now. The 8-8's going to cook. Oh, my goodness. Boats.
8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 potential damage on the board
jeez.
next turn. Ooh.
Yep, it's going to have to be this turn.
2 damage on the board. That's exactly the number that will kill Tanner. What can this man pull out in order to stay in this game?
It has to be something. He has to. Oh, my God. He has to be able to do 17 damage. He healed everything back, Nate. He was at 9 back at 17.
It's true. It's
Oh,
true. I
no.
missed the health coming back.
This is going to have to be the turn that something happens.
Okay, he's going to death rattle the spawning pools. It's going to give him Zerglings. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. That's going to make his Zillax Deluxe cheaper to run. Is he going to run the Evolution Chamber on the Zergs, which is going to give all of them +2 attack, getting all of them 3, 6, 9, 12.
Wait, no, it gets +1
Does
to
he have
everything.
enough damage?
Wait, it takes +1 to everything.
Does he have
oh,
enough
he's
damage?
the Evolution Chamber. Oh, but he's attacking them instead.
Why?
He must not have had enough to win or a taunt or something. We must have missed something.
We must have missed something, because I thought he was going to be able to go straight for the HP there.
I thought that was, I thought he was going to take out the HP. He must have,
That's definitely not a misplay from Tanner. That's a lack of understanding on our part.
there must have been, I don't know if it necessarily was taunt, but maybe it was a thing like if he took damage, they did something. So
Yeah.
I just don't know, but that's really unfortunate for Tanner now losing his one and only minion. The Cavern comes back. He's going to get 8-8s here sooner rather than later. And we are back to square one.
I wonder if Tanner was worried about like some sort of like trap or spell effect that would have triggered if he attacked.
Yes, I assume that's some. Again, he gets to know and read the cards. We did not.
And so then the safer play then is, let me just take out some of the threats off the board and kind of get things back to even.
Yes.
He still does have a 6 HP advantage. He's thinking about summoning those RC dogs.
Does summon 6 dogs. There's a lot of dogs. I mean, he's thinking about it. He only has 3 cards in his hand.
Jeff Tastic calling the reverse sweep incoming now. I believe it.
I sure hope so.
All right.
This has the
Misha, that's a
taunt
4/4
on it.
with taunt, summoning the amphibian spirit, maybe?
No.
No.
He's going to let it die.
He's
Well, not die, but he's going to make it the focal point of an attack.
he's setting up for a big push in about 2 turns here.
I'm just, I'm worried about him. But I know he's
Summon a
got.
copy of a friendly location. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, that's 2 Ultralisk Caverns on the board. Again, Tanner can ignore them. If he could do 13 damage.
Yeah. I mean, Tanner taking a lot of damage, loses his minion.
Corpsicle?
Hits him for 3. 13, 16. Your last bit of lives here now. Potentially a game winner. This is the 3rd game. Tanner is down 0-2. We have some eggs. We have some dogs.
I don't think this is the card Tanner wanted to pull.
No, I mean, it doesn't look like it is. But you never know. It does summon a 3/5 beast. Eventually, it could help. Does 2
that's
damage,
tough.
and that's it. It's not able to do anything
Tanner
else.
has 16. I see 5, 6 damage at least on the board.
Oh, man. If he pulls an 8-8 right here, I don't know if it's time for his obelisk things, but...
We've seen this guy. Now, again, this guy, he's going to pick one of those 3, and I think they both get a copy of this. And
If
the
it's
one
the one
we saw
that's
last
mind
one was the one that
control.
mind controlled a minion.
Oh, no. Yeah, wouldn't be good.
No,
oh,
restore 12 health to your hero and then
take...
take 6 damage.
Weird. Wait, I don't really... So you just lose 6.
Yeah,
Well, no, you gain 6, excuse me.
you gain 6.
No, I'm sure that is helpful in the long run, but...
Oh,
it's at the end of the turn.
His was gain 12. His is gain 12, lose 6. They're not equal cards.
That's evil. And yeah, I mean, the horse is back at least. Here we go. 10 mana. You got to work with something. You got the horse. What can he do? 21 health now for Jelly. Bring in the dogs. Bring in the dogs. Gain 6 health. Want to hit him for another 2?
I see 9 damage on the board for Jelly to Tanner's 15 health. You can see Tanner hovering over these things, kind of thinking about what he wants to do, kind of hovering over both of the Ultralisk Caverns. Again, he basically just wants to make sure those things don't pop, because if one of those things or both of them comes out, he's in a really rough spot.
Yeah, Tanner doesn't have enough, even if he were to lose nothing, which there's no way. It is only 14 damage anyway. So we'll see what happens here. This is crunch time right here. Kind of just waiting. Jelly going to take his sweet time. Obviously, waiting to the end of the turn to make his move.
Okay, he's going to do 4 damage. There's the 5, so it's going to be 9. Tanner's sitting at 6.
Is that it?
Everybody on Tanner's side of the board lost 1 HP. I'm not sure why.
Oh, no, the obelisk things are dealing 1 to each.
Mm.
See, it says deal 1 damage to each. And yeah.
You see Tanner say, well played.
And then he gets another synth plus 3 damage.
Yeah.
Great stuff there by Jelly, though. Don't want to take anything from them. They absolutely,
No, that was
exactly.
That was absolutely beautiful play from Jelly there here. And you know what, guys? Tanner's journey is not over, right? So
No, it is not.
he may have finished second in his region, right? So he's going to be the regional runner-up for Group 1, as they're calling it.
Yes.
But he will be competing next week. He's still in the national tournament, and he's now seen what a playoff level Jelly looks like with the new meta, with the new patch that came out yesterday.
Yes.
So Tanner and the team, very analytical. Andrew is no slouch at Hearthstone himself, and so you can bet that they're going to be preparing for that matchup. Who knows what the rest of that bracket looks like? It's possible that Jelly is the quote-unquote final boss that Tanner's going to have to beat in order to win the championship. But, again, he's got basically a week or so to do it. He'll be playing again, I would imagine. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure it's next Tuesday at about this time where he'll be playing in the national level tournament. So, we saw him have a very good game earlier tonight against his first opponent, Crovey, out of Heartland. Won that one in Game 4, I believe it was. No, Game 5. That was Game 5. It went all the way.
He was down 1-2 and brought it all the way back.
That's right. So we do see him lose 0-3 here, which is really unfortunate. However, again, he'll be back next week. And we just appreciate all the love that we're seeing in the chat for Tanner and the program tonight.
Shout out!
We got to see some crazy stuff. We got to go see Murmy go ham on the board. We got to see some dogs.
Yeah, we got to see Murmy.
We got to see the Uno reverse card where he played his own black hole into Jelly's black hole Cthulhu-looking card.
Exactly. Yes.
So we got to see some pretty cool stuff. If you're like us and you're not really sure what this whole Hearthstone nonsense is, but you're here to support Tanner, we had some fun doing this. We'll kind of see what we got coming in next week. But before we sign things off officially here, let's go ahead and flip over to this to sign us out. So again, this means Tanner is going to be second in his region for the Super Regional Playoff before going to the National Tournament next week. Ryan and Roby both play in D1 Mario Kart 1v1s this Thursday. All of our other games in Division 3 and 2 are finishing up their regular seasons this week with the tournaments starting next Monday.
Exactly. I'm very excited for the rest of our Premier Series playoffs to start this week. You'll have me back. I know Thursday evening you'll see the old JV Band JV return. But the week after that is when things get really crazy. All of our Open Series, all of our Contender Series games going to the playoffs, and everybody who made it will be participating. I am excited. I'll be here as much as I can, and I know we'll have so many games for you to watch. You'll never be bored, I promise you.
You bet. And we just want to, as we sign off here, thank some of the people and some of the groups that make it possible for us to do the things that we do here. So you can see those 4 groups down there on the bottom. We've got the Marshalltown Company. We've got Hellberg's Jewelers. We've got the Marshalltown Chamber of Commerce. And we have Mechthine, who we got this wonderful streaming set up from.
It's awesome.
Every single one of these businesses or groups has contributed to the program, provided extra scholarship opportunity for students that we have in our program, giving scholarships to future Tigers. Same thing that your Twitch subs go to every single month for this program, bringing in that next generation of talents to our program. If you are interested in supporting that, reach out to me or Andrew directly, and we can get something going. But we will be back tomorrow night for some of our other regular season games. Again, like I said, some of our D2 and D3 games are wrapping up. And so, while I stall here for just a second, our broadcast schedule tomorrow night looks a little bit something like this. On Wednesday, we've got... Oh, boy.
Yeah, we beat Chicken in. I think we got Overwatch.
We've got Overwatch Blue tomorrow night. So we've got our Division 3 Overwatch team playing tomorrow night at, I believe it is 5:30. And that will be one Alex Belcher and Brandon Kent on the stream. And so that's something that you do not want to miss And then, like we said, Division I Mario Kart on Thursday night.
Yes.
And we actually will have potentially Division I Mario Kart again on Friday night.
Oh,
because
nice.
Roby and Ryan are playing in a double elim tournament, and it plays back-to-back nights. We
yes.
may also potentially have some Siege action going on Friday night. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and sign off for tonight's stream. It was an honor to be able to cast a match or two for our Mr. Tanner Reiner. We love the guy, love showing our support. This is how we show Tanner that support and that love, by getting on the mic, talking about this silly card game that we know nothing about, but we have a fun time doing it.
Exactly.
So with that being said, I'm Coach Nate Rodemeyer from Marshalltown Community College signing off.
I'm the infamous JV Band JV. We'll see you guys next time. Good night, Marshalltown.